myself to sleep. She took everything from me, my records and my home, my wallet and my whiskey. How could she stoop so low? I've been far too lonely for far too long. I drank myself dry for far too long. So I'm packing up today. Goodbye, good luck, everyone. Yeah, I'm packing up today. So goodbye and change my name. I'ma buy a one-way ticket, gonna get me out of this place. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then darling, may God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then darling, may God help you.
Coming to you from the award-winning Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, PCA's 2024 Best of Leaf Midwest Cigar Bar, Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge, it's the Final Third Podcast.
Welcome back to the Final Third Podcast, episode 147. I'm Rob, and today we got a new entry. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Scotty D, you ready?
I'm fucking ready.
Good, because you're going.
You're going. Mikey B, are you ready?
Ready.
Good, because you're going.
Are we going Willie H? Are we going Heine? Willie H, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good, because you're going.
We need to get the call in. We
Yeah.
actually need to have Will use his AI thing. And
I wonder if
Right.
Sanguinet has,
Right.
what's that thing that you can pay people to do? The Cameo.
Cameo.
I was going to say, there's a lot that you can pay people
Yeah.
to do.
I wonder
Pretty
if,
much everything.
I wonder if Sanger's on Cameo. We can pay him to
Get
do our
Sanger to
intro.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's get him on here.
A little
Well,
short.
welcome back,
Anyways.
guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, today we're going to be jumping in. First thing we're going to be smoking is going to be the Dissident Heretic. It's a limited edition, event-only cigar. We got some here. Actually, I think they're only Midwest released too. We're going to be starting off with that one. It has the makeup of that cigar is Ecuadorian Maduro and Ecuadorian Rojizo. I don't know what that is.
Love Rojizo.
Tobacco, Ecuadorian binder, and Nicaraguan filler. And then we're going to be switching over our second hour to the Rojas Mareva. So that one's going to be good. Ecuadorian Sumatra over Nicaraguan binder and filler.
Why'd my forearm start hurting after I clapped?
Jerking off too much?
Yeah. And today we're going to start
Dodgeball.
off with a couple of local beers. So went down and saw the guys down at Fort A. Ray. Met Brian down there. He's a really great guy, one of the owners there, and he gave us a couple growlers to sample on the show. So today we're going to start off with the Snow Shed.
Snow Shed.
Snow Shed is a winter ale. They call it the Snow Shed Winter Ale. 6.5 ABV, 31 IBUs. This is a brown ale with cinnamon and nutmeg with hints of malty sweetness, nuts, honey, and biscuits.
That's
Taste
a lot.
the biscuit.
That's a
Yes,
lot.
yes. So
I
we're
know
gonna get
Mike
into
likes lots of nut.
I like a lot of nut in my beer.
nut.
Nut beer. You guys are mean. You picking
Dude,
on me.
seriously, until just now, I really haven't been ready to drink today.
Now you're ready?
Yeah, because
Now that it's out?
even though people don't seem to understand how much I drink, I've drank a lot the last couple days. So,
Hey, Lisa,
so
Lisa.
my
could you grab me a towel, please? No, it's these bottles are a little wet.
So my grandmother passed away a couple weeks ago, which was not a bad thing. She was like 90, and it was all fine.
R.I.P.
We had that whole celebration of life thing, and when my family gets together,
We celebrated a life, that's for
we
sure.
definitely celebrated. Yeah, Mike and Jen were over for a little bit, and we just don't do things small.
Nope.
So yeah, later today in the podcast, we're going to be drinking Elijah Craig, the A125 release.
Yeah.
And we've already drank a bottle of it.
We killed a whole bottle on
I got
Friday
a
night.
bottle on Friday morning, and we killed it Friday night. It
Well, you
was-
didn't preface what we did on Thursday, though. That led to Friday.
Oh shit! Right. So we did figure out that I wasn't. I saw this on Facebook. I thought it was great. I said, I'm not gonna let today's hangover get in the way of tomorrow's hangover.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Thursday we went and we went to the music box next door, and
Love it.
yeah, she's saying the audio's too loud.
Oh, is
We'll
it too
figure
loud?
that out.
Okay, we'll get it.
We'll get it here in a second. Let me finish my story first. So we went to the music box, which is right next door. So came over and had a cigar here out on the cigar, which was awesome. It was pretty nice outside.
It was nice.
And then we went over and sang karaoke over at the music box. The owner over there, Bob, runs karaoke every night. That's like his claim for the bar.
Yep.
Yeah, as he does karaoke.
It was a great time.
You guys had some good time over there, didn't you?
Yeah, we
it
didn't
was
leave till
nuts.
like midnight.
We shut him down, that's for sure.
So yeah, I want to taste this beer first before we get into the cigar.
Okay.
See what you guys think.
Well, I was just smoking that. Las
Oh, hell
Calaveras
yeah.
'cause I
Tornado
mean,
watch for New Pal.
There we
Nice.
go.
We're all on there.
Yes.
Cross
Full
your fingers.
send. Let's go.
Okay.
Living on a prayer here,
So
folks.
this is a winter ale, right?
Holy crap.
Winter ale, yes.
This is good.
It's very good, isn't it?
Oh, man.
I really like and I love brown ales anyway when they're done right.
What's that flavor?
Ooh.
Kinda got
There's
that
definitely
Christmassy
some
spice.
some fruity, almost like dates.
Apple. I'm not kidding. like-
apple. Oh, like the
Like
the
a Granny Smith.
Yeah, cooked.
You like a cooked Granny
Cooked
Smith
Yeah,
apple.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't ever get that out of beer.
I don't get any apple out of this at all.
I'm broken.
I'm getting what he's saying. It's almost
I
that,
get what you're saying. It's a little bit
I don't
like
think you
tart
understand
apple
what
pie.
I've eaten in the last
it's
4
almost
days
that
either.
kind of when you cook an apple down, it gets that caramely kind of thing going. That's what I'm getting out of it too. I
It's
wouldn't say
nice.
apple, but I'm getting that kind of a note.
Have
I
you
do
ever
like the
had the
nutmeg and all
Fiji,
that.
like the sparkling waters? I know you have, but like, have you ever had like the apple water? They have a Fiji apple sparkling water.
Really?
That's what this tastes like.
Interesting.
It's so good.
Huh. So this
I'm
one.
so wrong, of course, but
Well, no.
No, I actually agree with you. It does taste like
does.
a cooked down tart apple. It's got kind of an
Kinda
interesting
smells like root
finish
beer, though.
to it.
So if you guys don't know where Four Day Ray is, they're down off of 126th Street, just off of
Lantern.
69 in
116th.
or 116th. I'm sorry, what did I say? 126th.
126th.
Yeah, 116th. And it's over there in the kind of the downtown Fishers area. Just if you turn right off of, or you turn west off of 69 on 116th Street, go down to the main road, past Nickel Plate, turn right, and you're right there.
go west on North Left Right Street, and then you
Yeah.
just turn right
Yes,
at
you
center
just-
left for
Actually,
Rain.
we're
Here,
in a
let's
different
do
world.
it. Let's
Hit your
do it for.
GPS. Four Day
Let's
Ray.
get Mike's directions.
Mike?
So once you get off the interstate, you turn to the right, and then when you see the Shell station,
Wait, hold on.
that's
What-
in front of the Target, you turn
Well,
right.
I live here now, so yeah, so I go 69 to 116th.
116th.
I got to take a right, and then
And then you see the Target and the
you
Shell
got to go
station.
right
you turn
before
right.
the circle. Because if
And
you
then
get
you
to the
take a
circle, it's too
left.
far.
Curve
Yeah, if you
around.
turn
Yeah.
left before you get to the Target, if you hit the Target, you've gone too far. You turn around and go back, and then you have to take
It's
a right.
right
'cause now
across
you're
the
going
street
south.
from where the title company is that we closed on our house for.
Oh, there
so
you
that's
go.
how I know to get there. now.
Nice.
I couldn't
nice.
tell you the address, but
There's a really good Mexican restaurant right across the street from Four Day Ray as well. And Four Day Ray has
I'm sure I've
awesome
smelled
food.
it. They
They
do
have
have
good
great
food
Like
there.
their food is absolutely
Yep.
incredible. But that Mexican place, Janelle and I went. Was it with you guys or?
It wasn't
I don't
us.
remember.
It was a while ago, though. wasn't
Yeah, it was.
We went.
That was you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You met us there. It was good. That place was tasty. I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember. I can
Wasn't
find
that
out,
good?
but I don't remember.
Tequila Vieja Lime Cilantro
Tequila lime
Mexican
something.
restaurant.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Every possible,
Yeah.
Yes.
every possible thing you could have there.
Yeah. Acapulco City, Mexico.
At your hacienda.
Yes.
Yes.
Guanaeja, Bien.
Yeah, it's like
Benito.
every Mexican restaurant out there.
Well, it's like in New Pal, there's the Nopal. It's just the Nopal. It's not El Nopal. It's the Nopal.
Nopal.
Which is just El Nopal with the.
Instead of L.
Yeah, I
It's the
don't.
Americanized version.
Yeah.
Which also got shut down for a while.
Are you really a Mexican restaurant if you haven't been shut down by
I mean, no.
by a food inspector at least once?
is
Yeah,
true.
no. All right, let's get into this cigar.
Did you find it? What? Internet's jacked up?
Google Maps has crashed.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's-
nice.
Literally. this
Google
program-
Maps got wiped out because of the tornadoes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have some storms here today.
Yeah.
It literally loads for like 4 seconds and then disappears.
Interesting.
Yeah. We're,
So tune in now. Share this with all your friends. We're going to be bringing you live weather updates from now until we're done.
yeah.
We also don't know what we're talking about, so
And if it just
Nope.
goes offline, then we're done.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not working.
I'll play
I
the
love
song
watching-
when the Titanic goes down. We'll play that.
I love watching the live weather updates from BAM,
Yeah. Bam's
which
awesome.
which we're talking about trying to get
on
him on here
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Brian Wilkes.
Yep. Yep.
Trying to get them on the podcast. So
Yeah,
talk
we'll have to
some-
hit Brian. We
Here's
haven't
your
seen him out here in
sign.
a couple days.
Today would not have been a good day. It would have.
No, they're
we
kinda
would have had
busy.
to. We had to have pivot.
Yeah. Pivot.
Yeah.
Pivot.
Pivot. Yep.
All right.
Okay, so this
Taste it.
cigar with the beer, I'm not 100% sure about it.
I don't do a lot of beer with
I don't-
cigars
I don't
anyways.
either.
And I know like we've shared some of the BCBS before, which are, super dark anyways. It's hard to pair some of those super dark beers with cigars.
Yeah.
I do
I
think
do it
the
just-
quad might work with this cigar.
Really?
We'll find out here in a minute.
I actually
think it will.
think it probably will as well.
That's the thing is, we have a couple of breweries around here that do a lot of Belgian stuff. This is the first time I've tried 4 Day Ray's Belgian. Their Belgian stuff is great. It might be some of the best I've had.
I can't
in the
remember what I
area.
had last time I went there. I know I got some sort of sour, but they only had one.
You know, there's a couple breweries in Indy that do Belgians really well. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
beer has,
Beer's a good
Beer.
place.
Yep.
yeah, they love doing all the Belgian.
BEIR for,
Yeah.
or no,
Yeah,
BI.
BIER.
BIER.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beer Brewery in Noblesville.
Yeah.
And downtown.
And their original location, the actual
Original was on 62nd.
60 yeah, it's right next to Great Fermentations, the homebrew store.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
You say so.
Yeah, that
Yep,
was the
that was the
original.
original one. Still there.
It's good.
Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
It's good. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, doing my part.
Well, I like it. I haven't drank a lot of beer recently anyways, so it's nice to kind of, well, I take that back. Last week we kind of hit Friday, Saturday, Sunday pretty hard with just beer for some reason.
Yeah,
Well, you know, basketball.
we know there was
and-
basketball.
Yeah,
that was
so-
why, because we were watching basketball.
We were watching basketball. It just seemed right.
I drank
but-
about a dozen Miller Lights last night because,
Again?
well, because I was trying to, the night before when I was drinking bourbon, I'm on that, GLBP, whatever the
Yeah.
shot thing is.
The alphabet shot.
Yeah, and man, I suddenly just took one sip of bourbon, and it went. You need to be done with bourbon. My stomach was like, in fact, that one might have been too much. You've hit your limit, and I actually wasn't overly intoxicated or anything. My stomach just said no, and I stood up, kind of bounced around a little, get down there, right? Yeah, because otherwise it was coming back up.
You can do that now.
I haven't thrown up. True. Yes, I can with the knee. With the knee all repaired up. Yeah, I can do that. But yeah, that was not fun. That was a good 60 to 70 seconds of maybe I'm gonna go throw up. But then I didn't.
It's always a bad
Good
day.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was done drinking that night. That was it.
Well, when you guys get done with that one, we'll get into the second one. Then we get into some whiskey too.
Yes.
We like whiskey.
We like whiskey.
Happy Sunday, Tyler. Thanks for tuning in. Wait until we
Appreciate you.
We're going to do our weather hit on the top of the hour.
No.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. we need to have Brian Wilkes start showing up in here, come in here.
Brian, if you're listening,
second
please
hour.
call us now.
We'll do
'cause
the-
we have no
Come
idea
in
what's
every
up.
day, every Sunday at 2:00 and do your report.
Yeah.
Let's do the old school.
Weather on the
This
sixes.
is a breaking news update. Weather.
Well, I'd put it on the screen, but I'm sure we would get banned again for using copyrighted content.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
If you were trying to watch last week, we had to repost without CBS in
Yeah,
the
so
corner.
Yeah.
if you tried to watch after the first 30-minute mark, the basketball games turned on and caught the corner of CBS in the corner, kind of like it is now. And yeah, it just blocked our video worldwide
Worldwide.
because everybody wants to see the lower right eighth of a basketball game.
Exactly.
And I'm going to sell that tape. So
Yeah.
watch out, CBS. I'm coming for you.
Coming for you, baby.
I'm taking your rights. Please don't.
No, please don't come after us. We love you. If
Yes.
you're looking for extra content to fill in on your network, we're happy to help.
Yes.
We'll take up the
Yes.
bottom eighth of your screen.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
That would be great.
We'll just fair trade.
Right.
Well, what type of sponsorship would you like? I just need an eighth of your screen.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
Screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't afford
What's
afford
that
the full
cost?
screen.
Pretty
man.
much.
We can take an eighth.
Yeah.
We'll actually have them put us on after that church service they put on at like 3:30 in the morning. They'll just have us right after that. It'd be great.
I want to go up after I-Town.
That's
Don't
what
they
I was
get?
gonna say.
Is that one?
I was gonna go there now.
I was about to say. I'm pretty sure they get they get primetime Sunday
Oh,
channel,
man.
man. Like
Got chokes
Sunday
over
morning.
here.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
funny. That
This
was
is
funny. I
Sunday
like it.
service.
This is.
This is church.
We are quite literally worshiping.
We are. We are.
I will rejoice as soon as we end the show.
You know there's storms and tornadoes and shit. You don't need to be inviting sacrilege and, the wrath of God on you.
Well, you know where it should go, but just not here, please.
Right.
I have a prayer. Answer it.
All right, you guys get that over
All
that
right,
side.
let's kill
Will. You
this.
guys get the next
Yep,
one here.
I killed it.
Okay,
I killed
so-
mine, so.
So the next one we got here is called Monk Tears. It's a Belgian quad. It is inspired by the Trappist brewers of Belgium.
Love Trappist beer.
Monk Tears has an earthy aroma of spice, dark fruit, and caramel. The flavor starts off with caramel, sweetness followed by fruity date characteristics in the middle, and finishes with fresh plum as you exhale.
See, I thought the last one had a little bit of date on the front end.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he started with. I could see that. I could see date in that one too, but
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like that appley flavor was just crazy.
I don't know why, but for some reason my parents felt it important that I eat dates as a kid. We always had dates. It was like I don't know, maybe it was an alternate version of candy.
Yeah.
Like instead of,
little healthier
having
for you.
candy,
It's your
Yep.
adolescent version of prunes.
She never had a problem
Yep.
pooping though.
pour for
Yep.
me and then I'll grab the bottle from you and hand it over. Thank you very much.
Is that good? All
That's
right.
fine.
Pass her down.
Yeah, just slide it back over on that side if you can, or have Will. If Will can grab it, that'd be great. I've already got mine.
Oh, you already
Yeah.
got it. Perfect. All right, so
Cool.
let's try this monk. Does it have real monk tears?
Yes, it does.
Is that like the brain
Yes.
beer we tried before?
No, not the brain beer. No. Actually, and the thing is, I like this. I like the flavor on this a lot more than I typically like in a Belgian beer.
Well, immediately I noticed that they've done a nice job with the fermentation because the banana clove note is subtle.
Very subtle, yes.
Yeah, and that's almost always a sign of you got to control fermentation on Belgians just a little bit tighter. If you get the temperature going even a degree too high, you end up at like that, I don't know, 72 or something like that. Then it
What is this one? What kind is this?
This is a
Belgian
quad.
quad.
Belgian
Belgian quad.
quad. Yeah.
which
10
means it's probably
10.5.
10.5. Yep.
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 I did try. I tried a bunch of their beers. They're double, which is something I typically don't like. The lighter ones. That one was really good as well. So I'm enjoying their beers.
I'm a fan of
This
the
one-
triples and the dunkles.
Well, I know a lot of people know
Dunkel
4-Day
Lights.
Rays from
Yeah.
like the blood orange blonde.
That
they
one's
have.
killer, man.
Yeah.
It's
Good
awesome.
beer.
Yeah, Hacienda had it on tap the other day.
Yeah.
Those are so
Yep.
good.
Yep.
It is good.
God, the blood orange is so,
So we'll
good.
be bringing a few of their beers in here soon. There's another
Nice.
brewery. We're looking maybe at talking to beer brewery as well and bring some other beers in too. So
That'd be nice.
So get a couple more options in here. We
Are
all
they
love
canon?
packs,
Is beer
but,
canon?
They
do it?
apparently are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you can get
Yep.
PDG in cans at liquor stores.
Oh, that's right. You had some the other day, didn't
Yeah.
you? I didn't realize that it was beer.
Yeah.
Huh. Nice.
Yep.
I'm
they've
so
been
out
doing
of
that
touch
for a
with
while.
beer.
The one thing I like
I
when
am
you go to
too.
4-Day Ray is they do the big cans.
Yeah.
The 32
Crowler.
ounce. The
No, they
Crowler.
don't
Yeah.
anymore.
They don't anymore?
Oh, really?
Oh,
They,
man.
they stopped doing it because no one was buying
So
them.
the reason
they stopped
Scott
doing
doesn't
them.
go anymore is because
And they're doing all their stuff in 12-ounce cans.
I mean, that is better
That's
because
lame.
trying to drink a 32-ounce beer,
Exactly.
I mean, you got to
It's
share it
tough.
with somebody. Yeah,
share
you're
it,
not.
yeah.
You're not getting
Yeah.
one of these quads and drinking this
you
growler
don't
by
have to
yourself,
share
but
it with somebody.
Well,
it's just
no,
not going
but
to
I
stay
mean-
the same temp from when you
Yeah.
start
It's
to when you
not,
finish.
yeah.
11.5%. You're gonna get sloshed
That's
by
why
half of it.
we used to sell a lot of the 8-ounce cans during like the summer because
Huh.
people would take them fishing because they could just grab it, chug the whole thing, and it was gone.
Man,
And then as soon as they needed their next drink, they'd grab it and chug it, and it was ice cold every sip. You didn't set it down and let it rest.
Yeah.
And get warm.
as long
You
as the
just
mountains are
slammed it.
blue.
You know, I think what the problem is, they needed to make a 32-ounce koozie.
They make 32-ounce koozies.
Well,
Wait,
son
where
of
did
a-
we get one? We got some.
No, those
I
are
got-
40-ounce
those are
koozies.
40-ounce
Those are the
koozies.
40s.
That was in Chattanooga.
It was
that
in
was in
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. Yeah, we
At
got
that
yep.
crazy little roadside bar there.
Yeah.
That's right, the chicken place.
Yeah.
All the
forgot
kids
about
were
that.
hanging out until 10 o'clock, then they had to go home.
Yeah,
started a-
yeah.
they
'cause
started
there was
a
that
brawl
Christian
in the parking
conference. Christian conference was there, and all those kids like walked down from whatever the conference center was.
They
and were
started
there.
a fight.
Started a fight
They did.
between
Yeah.
the two groups.
Yeah.
My God's greater than your God. No, it's not.
Yeah,
all
youth,
right,
youth group rumble. Let's go.
The Jets and the Sharks.
Nobody wants to see that.
Nice to know 6,000 years later, still fighting.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
what do you think, Rob? Is this confirmed? Do you like this with this cigar?
I don't think it takes away as much as the first one did. It's still
Totally
agree.
It's
I
still
s-
beer. Beer with a cigar is always hard for me. I thought this one might go better when I was just drinking the
I
beer.
get more
but
plum for sure
Yeah.
out of this one, but I'm not so sure that either of these are quite a go-to for a cigar.
No, they're not. No. So we should
Maybe
probably,
something darker, but
Yeah, I mean, even dark beers I have a hard time doing with a cigar very
Certain
often.
stouts.
Certain stouts work if they're very dark and
Yeah.
rich.
You know, this is so good, but I bet if you, took it and like, I don't know, maybe heated it up to like 170 degrees and then condensed the steam,
Yeah.
and then took that liquid and
then aged
put it in a barrel,
Yeah.
let it sit for a couple years. I bet it'd be pretty tasty.
I bet it'd be awesome. Well, we know our boys
do
up
agree.
at Three Floyds did that with what beer was it they did?
They did it with
Zombie
Gumball,
Dust.
Yeah.
Zombie.
Zombie
they've done it
Dust.
with a few.
Yeah,
I
they have
think they've done
a
it with
couple.
3 different ones now.
Did they? Yeah. And actually, that's
I
the
just
one
can't
that
drink
Jen
Zombie
loved.
Dust. Jen loves that one. I can't
loved that
drink
whiskey.
that one.
I used to drink the Space Dust, which isn't from Three Floyds.
Space Dust is
Elysium.
Elysian. Yeah.
Elysium.
Yeah,
But
Elysium.
man, I used to drink quite a bit of that.
That was our bowling
but,
beer.
Boy,
Oh, it's Gumball Head.
It's heavy.
Gumball head. Yeah.
Like you drink 3 of those things, and I know what got me. I know when I finally was like, okay, I'm not sure I'm going to drink this much anymore. They were selling 32-ounce ones at the freaking movie theater,
No.
Nice.
so I could like buy 1 beer and go into and watch a movie.
Well, so when I mean, I haven't been in the movies, well, other than going with Rob to see Oppenheimer here, but I hadn't gone as an adult prior to that. So like when I was a kid, like our movie theaters didn't sell alcohol.
Right.
So like when I went with Rob, I was like, holy shit, this is the greatest place in the world. It was like, you can get like a T-bone and a whiskey,
Yeah.
and like they'll bring it to you.
Deliver
like,
it to you?
Yeah,
Right to you.
nice.
this is awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's
Well,
It's fun.
That is the pro move over there to Imagine. You go in there, you sit down at the bar before a movie, have a drink. Order your drink, say deliver it to me at the 1 hour mark of the movie or whatever. They'll bring it right to your seat.
Take a nap during the
By
second
the way, I
hour.
want some
Yeah.
chicken fingers. Oh, they'll deliver them to your seat whenever
Yeah.
you want them. It's actually a pretty good setup over there.
It's crazy.
And they pour pretty well.
They do.
For
yeah.
cocktails,
And
if
they
you
have
ask.
non-dairy butter for your
They do.
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yes.
So they have the olive oil butter,
Olive oil one. Yep.
which
yep.
is okay. I mean, it's
not bad.
makes me happy because I can go eat popcorn there. So
They got love seats.
it's still $30.
They do have
but
love seats.
Yeah, because Will still sits in the love seat with Liesel.
Yeah.
So
Yes, he does.
And you and Grant snuggling and falling asleep on each other in the back.
Yeah.
that happens too. Yes. Yes.
Of course, we know Will and Liesel, they got a blanket out there, and who knows what's going on under the blanket. I'm not sure I want to be on
No
one of those
attention to
love
the man
seats.
behind the curtain.
I'm a little worried about adult stains on those love seats because you know that happens down there. Actually, I'm
Some,
more worried about teenage stains
That's
down
true.
there,
That's
right?
true.
Some Pee Wee Herman stuff going on in
Yeah.
there.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like,
Anyways.
hey, we know you're going to do it in the theater. Here you go. Here's a bed.
Yeah, here's a bed
Enjoy.
for you. Go ahead.
And you're in the front row, so everybody can watch.
Yeah.
It's like I get 2 shows for the price of 1. Awesome.
It's like adult mystery science theater.
Yep.
So that's something we ought to do one day. We ought to pull up one of our really old, bad, maybe one of the ones that Isaiah and I did that was like really new and early on.
So as soon as you
and
said
do a
bad, you instantly went to the ones me and Isaiah did.
Well, I'm saying, no, I wasn't meaning bad. Just early on, before we really knew what we were doing anything to, I felt like we could actually sit here and just do a mystery science and just berate
We
the whole
totally
thing.
could. We'll do it right here with the lights off
Yeah.
with it on the TV in the
Yeah.
background. I like that idea.
That'd
That's a
be
good
fun.
idea.
Just make sure it's not on CBS.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
As it is now.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if the YouTube logo was up
Yeah.
there and they banned it because it had YouTube logo
That'd be
on
so
it?
funny. I'll wear a costume for that one.
That'd be great.
That'd be really good.
Those are good beers.
Those are all rightish beers.
Not your jam?
I don't know. I've just been trying to get out of the heavy stuff, and those just sit with me a little weird.
They are heavier.
Once you get away from drinking like the heavy stuff regularly, like the porters and the dunkles, like it's so hard to get back into it because
They're
I
good
can't
for a
drink a
half.
lot
They're
of
good
beer.
for an 8-ounce.
yeah,
or a
they're good for like
6-ounce.
that amount.
Yeah.
To me,
Right.
at least.
Me
Like,
too.
I can knock down some sours right now,
I do like sours.
but like I can't knock these down like I used to. It just sits heavy with me.
Yep.
Closer we get to May, the more I can knock down Miller Lite.
Well, you're
I mean,
pre-gaming.
those are
But
fizzy.
as soon as July 4th is over,
Yeah, you're
then-
training at
then
this
Miller
point.
Lite's season is. I'm like Miller Lite season's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you're just training right now.
that's it. Yeah, yeah. That's, hey, you gotta work your.
You gotta
tolerance,
prepare.
man. Yeah.
Gotta have Miller Lite for the hydration.
Look,
of the
if I'm
track.
gonna have 12 Miller Lights in the course of like 5 to 6 hours hanging out with the family, now I'm ready to have a case of Miller Lite a day for 4 straight days down at the track.
There you go. That's good math.
I
I don't
know.
care who you ask.
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
Don't do what
That's-
I did last year. And so I took a 12-pack of some sour crap, and then I took a 12-pack of non-alcoholic stuff. I should have started with the non-alcoholic and then alternated that way. But I went the other way, and I started with the 12% sour, and then I alternated. So it was an odd number of non-alcoholics to alcoholics. And
So what you do is you start with
It's
the
just half and
alcohol
half it.
and then go to the non-alcoholic.
I
and
tried.
You're half an hour between beers, and then that way you can actually keep up with.
yeah,
your
after the
alcohol
first
content.
one, it
half
was
an
more
hour
like 2
between
seconds
beers?
between beers. So
Yeah.
by the
half an
time I'm
hour.
taking one
Two
sip,
beers
I'm
and a
moving to
half
the
an
next
hour.
one.
2 beers in half an hour.
Oh man, I don't know.
I know the way you drink yellow fizzies.
I was in rough shape
chugging,
last
but
year. It was
Crushable. Absolutely crushable.
it was tough last year. I was in a rough
Yeah.
rough time down there.
I can destroy Miller Lights.
We know
Yeah. Not as good, not as well as Reuter, but
that's true.
yeah.
Not as well.
No, Reuter can kill Miller Lights, man.
All right, what whiskey are we doing first? I'm ready to get in some whiskey.
Let's jump into yours, bud.
You can get that
Or do you wanna do
A125.
the- yeah, let's do that
You can
one.
do the A125.
We might end up killing that bottle today.
Oh, I doubt
Oh,
that. We're
man.
not drinking that like the Larrikin.
What is it? 121.8.
It is 118.2.
Oh, I transposed the number there.
10 years, 7 month, A125, Elijah Craig.
Yeah, and
never
this
go wrong.
this was so we loved the Larceny A125, but I thought this was not just a little, but a lot better. And that A125 on the Larceny we loved. So yeah, this is. I'm excited for Heine and Rob to try this because it's tasty.
So hot.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but when you said that we killed a bottle of this, like I know a couple other people had tasted it there, but it was pretty much me and you that killed this bottle.
I agree.
It's got the Elijah nose.
Oh,
Yeah,
This is about this, just a little bit younger than what our barrel was.
yeah, and actually, we talked about it being a lot like your barrel.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that great nose, man. That is.
yeah, it was like 6 months less than what yours.
Yeah, mine was
What our pick
just
was.
under 11 years. Or
Yeah, and this was 10.7, I think.
10.7, yeah.
Yeah.
10 years, 7 months, 118.2.
Yep. Gotta let me know what you think.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think
Heavy
like the first
caramels.
nose you get a lot of the that ethanol still from the high proof, but it goes right to caramel and
The caramel's, it's a bomb.
red fruit. It's crazy.
I get the fruit, but the caramel's what really hits me hard.
The caramel
in this
is,
one.
it's it's heavy on this,
Oh, that's so
but
good.
good. Yep.
good.
Like a perfect Kentucky hug, too. Mm-hmm. You know, it doesn't, it's not sharp in the mouth, but just flows down and warms
Brings
you up
that
a little
spice
bit.
back in the cigar, too.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yep.
Well, very good. Again, Heaven Hill doing something great. Imagine that.
I am so
Yeah,
surprised.
no way.
Shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Shooketh.
That's good. That's very good.
Oh man.
So tonight we've got our first members-only event coming up. So that one's going to be this evening.
That's exciting.
we're-
I'm ready for that.
Next week we'll talk a little bit about what's going on during it. So we're going to try to entice people to join maybe next year. But yeah, we're excited to have you guys come out and do that tonight. It's going to be a good time.
I'm excited.
It's going to be good.
We're gonna hang out with our members, have a good time. If you missed out this year, you'll probably want to join next year.
Only members hanging out,
Only members.
Only
That's
members.
it.
Only members.
Only members.
hanging out.
And exclusive content.
Yeah.
We always stay
yeah.
an extra 15 minutes and
Excuse me.
we talk about our personal lives
You get to learn a little bit about us. A little more than what you hear already.
and a little more than probably what you want to know.
Probably.
Yeah, so-
yeah.
Sometimes.
Some days.
If you don't want to hear that much, I really don't think it's your choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a requirement. We test you on it. But
Yeah.
I've not gone back and listened to any of those. So
Yeah, please
I-
take notes. There will be a quiz at the final.
By the
There
way,
will
the
be.
fruit notes are starting to come out pretty strong.
I know. I
now.
need to
Yeah.
post more.
After
'cause I
the
posted
third
the first
sip,
one.
it really the fruit notes are coming up strong.
Yeah. It does get real fruity. I thought the finish.
It's not okay. So you know how the caramel apples do. It's almost more like a caramel over a different type of fruit. More of a, I don't know what fruit that is.
You know what this hits at, Scott? This reminds me of our dinner at Commission Row. Those macaroons at the end of it.
Oh,
that had like the little
man.
sauce. Like I had never,
Yeah.
I don't normally eat macaroons because it's all dairy.
Yeah.
So like, but I just kind of bit the bullet and I ate half of Janelle's birthday dessert. So
Why
had
not?
caramel and chocolate all over the side of the plate. That's what this reminds me of. A little bit of like cookie and confectionery sweetness with a
Yeah.
lot of the caramel kind of chocolatey notes on the finish. It's
And I
got a
would
pretty
say-
quick finish to me though.
So I bought that bottle. The first one I bought, I got for like, I don't know, $70 or something.
It was like
over
69 or something, wasn't it?
At Crown. And when I walked, I went into Crown again like a day later, and there was another bottle there.
Nice.
So I think they probably
One at
have
a
some, but they're
time.
only putting one out at a time. Just put it
Someone
back out
told
there.
me that they sold a whole line of them at Meyer.
No, Costco. I
Costco.
texted yesterday.
Costco, too?
I went to Costco and they had 40 bottles probably.
Someone told me Anderson Meyer had a
And
bunch of them too.
Anderson Meyer does get them usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they had it for 64
That's good.
at Costco. So, yeah.
That's great because I think MSRP is like 79.
Yep. Yeah, something like
So
that.
that's a great price.
It was awesome. That's where I got this one. But it was
So
limit
I,
one.
I think I figured out what fruit I'm getting. I'm getting like a mango, caramel mango kind of thing going. Is that the fruit? Is that the right one?
I could see that.
Pulling mango out of that.
Not quite apricot, but it's something in that world.
I feel like I probably should add
it's
some
good.
water because the beer's still a little bit present there.
Yeah, it'd probably been good to drink some water after that.
Wow.
Okay, so next Saturday, we have the big Aladino event coming up. Trey Mack's
Wow.
coming. We're going to be
April
talking
5th.
all things conspiracy with him on the podcast again.
Yeah, so Saturday, what time's he going to be here? What time are we going to do? Events at what, 6?
No,
5:30?
3,
5.
3 to
Three?
6.
Or no, 3.
Yeah.
3 to 6?
3
Cool.
to 6. So
Noon?
I figure we just do it, start at 1.
1?
Go
and
1
then-
to 3.
That sounds
then-
good.
Yeah, set up
Yeah,
at
I like
noon,
that.
1 to 3, and we'll be good to go.
So,
5th.
programming note,
Or we could
we
do
will
noon
be
to,
live
actually, no,
on
no, no.
Saturday.
I take
yeah.
that back. I think I was thinking noon to 2. That gives us an hour to tear down and then set up for the event.
That's fine. Yeah, let's do noon.
Let's do noon
If he
to-
can be
noon
here
to
at noon,
2.
we'll do noon. So,
Yeah, I
yes.
think he can. Yeah.
okay,
Tune in
so
next Saturday.
additional programming note, noon.
Noon
Not
Saturday.
1, noon, Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will not be on at our normal time Sunday next week. It will be Saturday.
Breaking
Saturday,
news. We can't tell time.
No. And speaking of upcoming events, tell us a little bit
What
about
else we
where
got?
we're heading down. What was it? What day are we going down to Louisville?
One of the days. That's when we're
24th?
going.
We're going for a bunch of days.
You guys
So
are
we're
going
going
the
for a few
24th.
days. So recently, we talked about it previously that Josh, the owner of the Louisville Cigar Company
Josh
in Louisville,
Pickett, yep.
Josh Pickett, shout out. He has been working with councilmen in the Louisville area to get a bill passed to allow smoking indoors in the Louisville area. That has passed,
Yep.
and as of April 24th at 4 p.m., you are allowed to smoke indoors at, I don't know the correct wording, bars, lounges, cigar bars.
Probably places that have got
So,
their license.
I
or
pulled
their
it up to read it,
certification.
and it says Metro Council voted Thursday to carve out new exemption
Yeah.
to indoor smoking ban. Bars with at least 15% of their gross revenues coming from the sale of cigars and pipe tobacco will be allowed to have their patrons smoke those products in the building.
Yeah, which
So,
is great.
That
Now, I will-
means that
Still
you
no
have to have your
cigarettes, still
liquor
no vapes,
license.
still no anything like that.
Right. But you have to have your liquor license in order to be able to smoke inside. So, like, my old lounge,
Yes.
Leaf and Cedar, didn't have a liquor license. So, like, he's not included in that.
Yep.
Okay.
Jay Sheps
okay.
on Bardstown Road doesn't have a liquor license. They're not included in that.
So-
if they get their liquor license, they can
I
smoke
will
inside.
say, don't go into your local bar or whatever and berate them because they don't have they don't let you smoke yet. They still have to get the exemption signed up with the government.
Yeah.
True.
So they're going to have to get that form. It's super easy to do. I mean, all they have to do is call and sign the form and move on. But
But they also
still
have to sell
do it.
cigars.
And they have to sell cigars.
Yeah.
So, like
which-
Derby
so it's
City
not gonna
Gaming,
be-
if they're, the casino, it's slot machines and horse racing, but if they have Harris, shut up, computer. Like what Harris does here, they sell cigars.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they probably could sell enough to the high rollers at least to offset that to allow them
Probably.
to smoke indoors at Derby City Gaming.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Or
I don't
to
know
find
if they
a way
sell them
to-
there,
See,
but
that's the difference here. Like here at the casino, they have a smoking exemption. Obviously, casino they can smoke everything there,
right,
almost everything.
most of the things.
But they don't have to have 15% of their sales go
Yeah.
towards tobacco. That's what the difference is down there. Is they're trying to make this for cigar lounges because you have to have at least 15%. You can't just take your cigars into every bar and smoke in all of them unless they are selling cigars, selling some tobacco products. So we'll see how that works. I mean, I'm sure that
It
in the
was
next
limited.
year it'll change again,
Yeah,
and
so
they'll probably add more
it was an
bars.
exemption that they could file for,
Yeah.
not a complete law change.
No.
So,
It's and that's what Indiana has. Indiana is still no smoking, but they have exemptions for bars like us that can do that. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Nice.
So
So,
good.
what we're
Step in
going
the
to
right
do
direction.
is on April 24th, some of us are going to go down to Louisville to see Josh and company at Louisville Cigar Company. So if anybody wants to go with us, man, let's convoy.
Yep.
Let's do it. We're going to fill that place up.
You know what I want you to do?
What do you want me to
if,
do?
If I am not there, because I probably won't make it there until later that night, but I want you to light that cigar at 3:59.
breaking
Just
the
for
law.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll play that song too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys are going to be down there on the 24th, but we're actually going to be recording On the 27th.
Sunday the 27th.
On
Sunday the 27th.
So if you
Josh
wanna-
will be nice enough to host us in the lounge.
So wait, is
Yes.
the 24th a Thursday?
24th
Yes.
is a Thursday.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So
then
I will definitely not be
you
there.
will definitely not be there that day.
Yeah.
And then also, the 26th is the Derby City Cigar Bash, hosted by Mike Kimsey. He is the owner of
South Park
Discount
Country Club.
Smokes.
Okay.
It's going to be at South Park Country Club. I think this will be my third year filming it. I've filmed it the last couple of years, done pictures and all that stuff. I'm doing it again.
Are there still tickets available? for
There
that?
are still
There are
tickets
still tickets
available.
And what do tickets go for?
It's
What
a
is it?
$150 ticket,
Okay.
and that puts you in for the door prizes. You get a grab bag, you get the cigar giveaways,
Yeah.
and you get the food. And then they also have a spouse ticket for only
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can
And
take a
then
friend.
You, they're just not included in the door prizes and the
Sure.
goodie bag, but
Well,
they get all the other amenities.
and I'll
There's
tell you,
massage
man,
tents. There's all kinds of stuff going on. there.
$150. People are going like, oh man, that's a lot of money. You're getting double that in
But
just
there's
cigars.
like 15 to 16, 15 to 20 vendors.
Yes, you're getting
that
cigars
set up
from
in the
all of
tent.
them.
You just
Yeah.
walk around and pick up a cigar.
Yeah.
So like you're
Yeah.
getting free cigars,
Plus food,
door
plus other
prizes,
things,
plus
yeah.
food,
Yeah.
cash bar.
And you're getting
free
a lot
massage.
of people that
Like-
love the same things you love.
Did you
Fireworks.
say free massage?
Yeah, there's a little massage lady that
There's a
goes-
massage tent there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were serious.
I was
Yeah.
dead serious.
Is that girl from Anderson that just got arrested?
No, it's
She
not.
goes-
No, it's just
If you tip an extra 50, there's a happy ending in the back of the room.
I don't know
No,
about that.
no,
'cause
there
it's
is
in the
not.
front
No,
yard.
there's not.
They typically bring a thoroughbred out there, so somebody from
Oh.
I forgot her name, super nice lady, brings out a thoroughbred and lets people take pictures and pet and
Not all views.
yeah. At the end of the
Do I
night,
need to go back and put that on there?
Mike also owns some fireworks stands, so at the end of the night, always throws off like this huge firework party.
Sweet.
It's not a Scotty D 4th of July party, but it's still pretty good.
No, that's all right.
So
Any fireworks are good.
any fireworks are
Yes.
good fireworks. So
That's cool, man.
It
Yeah.
can be a Scotty D. All you got to do is light one firework and let it off in the batch.
if you guys do come, you'll get to meet a bunch of my old lounge folk. Get to meet Guido, and I don't know if I'm allowed to call him that anymore.
I don't know if
You
that's.
can. You're up here.
That's true. Yeah, whatever.
What's
He's
he
not
gonna do?
listening to this.
He's
Yeah.
not coming out here.
What do you think? We're in Illinois?
There's a bunch of the guys that go there. It's a good time. Some moonshine comes out, I'm sure. But yeah, and then on the 27th, like Rob said, we're going to be going live from the Louisville Cigar Lounge, indoors. Not for the first time there, but on the weekend. I reached out to Josh.
Josh.
Reached out to Josh, and I was like, hey man, let's do it Thursday. Like, let's do it. And then we all couldn't coordinate that, so
Yeah.
I was like, and then I thought about it. I would have felt bad taking him away. There's no way he's not going to be slammed that
Oh,
night.
he's gonna be
Yeah, it's
slammed.
gonna be
Like
crazy.
it's going to be ridiculous.
Yep, and
So,
good for that. Good for
yeah.
them.
Because technically, he is the only place right now that will have that exemption at the time.
More
yeah,
than likely.
I mean, in the Louisville area, yes.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
sure there's some other guys that have been working with him on that too. so
Except
I'm
for the
there's gotta
one
be
that.
somebody.
Do you remember the name of the place that was over by your barber that you went to when we went there?
Oh no, I don't.
So they were like a private lounge, and they would do
They're gonna get right. That's right.
trailer events. So they will probably be included in that
They'll
because
go public.
they were like a pay-to-play place, which
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I think exempted from the smoking ban.
Private clubs almost always
anyways.
are.
Private
yeah.
clubs are.
So, but they had their liquor license and they sold cigars, so I think they could justify it. I don't remember their name. I'll have to look it up and I'll
Okay.
let you know what that was.
Okay.
It was like Louisville Smoke something, Exceptional Smoke or something.
Okay.
They started as a trailer doing like wedding events and stuff. See if I can find it real quick. It looked like a cool place, but they started as like a mobile lounge
Okay.
to set up for like events.
Yeah.
So
I might have to go get my hair cut down there again. That guy was pretty good.
let's see what this pulls up. It was not any of those. Still
Yeah,
not that.
it didn't show up like normal on Google Maps. I don't remember. We had to look it up, but
Yeah, they
Not in there.
because I think Kentucky's a little different than Indiana. Like Indiana, you can't do a mobile cigar lounge. I mean, just there. I'm not going to throw anybody in the bus. There are people that have done it, but it's still not legal by the book.
technically,
You have to have a license where you're selling, and you can't just
Has to be
get a license
addressed.
every time you park your trailer somewhere. So
and I'm sure ATF shows up with SWAT to stop you from selling.
Only if you have a
Smoking
live
in
squirrel.
yeah.
Yeah, because they really care about you
Uh-huh.
having a trailer and smoking cigars. Yep.
Well, we're also getting to the end of the fuel season coming up here.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, they swept last weekend. And
Oh, gosh.
sucking right now again.
Yeah, they're back at it again. So we're hoping
Set
to
the
see them get into the
tone.
playoffs. You know, they got a lot of work to do, but there's not much time left. There's only about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think they're 2
2
points
weeks.
down now.
2 weeks now.
They were tied.
We're going to be out there at the Fuel on April the 1st and
That's
April
Tuesday.
the 11th. Yeah,
That's
this
not
coming
Tuesday.
Tuesday. April 1st, believe it or not. Yeah, we argued about that already. So,
Yep.
but yeah, we're going to be out there
Tuesday.
doing the little event where we have a set up a booth and stuff. So stop by if you're going to the game, see us. April 11th is their fan appreciation night.
That's
That's
Friday.
the last home game this
Last
season.
home game of the season, so we're going to be out there doing something with the fan appreciation zone. And if you guys get a chance, definitely hit that game because that one's going to be a fun game to be at because I think it's going to be sold out. It should be sold out at least, and it's the last game of the season unless they go to the playoffs.
Yep.
Which we're still hoping they make the playoffs. But I did see Collins back playing again, which
Whoop.
is good to see him playing.
Let's go.
I mean, the boys are playing pretty good. They just can't seem to get a freaking win. Like
No.
last night, they lost 1-0.
1-0.
Like,
You
God
can't
dang.
score if you don't shoot the puck.
Yes.
Shoot the puck.
Shoot the puck. So yeah.
They love when you tell them that.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, what am I supposed to do with this again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
what this is all
shoot
about.
the puck. Right.
Yeah, what seat are you in again? I'll shoot the puck.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We got to get Colin back out here for a show before
I talked to
he takes
him
it off.
last weekend, and he said that he's going to try to get some of the boys to come out again right after the season. He said they're cram packed until the end of the season.
No surprise there.
So hopefully at the end of the season, before they all kind of go off on their way, they can stop by here and see us. So
We should show up like what was the kid reporter in Shorzy? I can't remember the name of it, but you
So
know,
annoying.
Sudbury kid report or something.
Jory or something.
Jory Jorgensen.
Jory Jorgensen.
Yeah.
So we should show up like that with the mic and just be like, "So, heard you suck this week." What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, what do you see about that?
Huh?
What do you think about everybody saying that the Fuel are terrible this year?
Yeah.
John Smith said from Albuquerque, New Mexico, "You guys suck." What do you have to say?
How long does it take to have you get out of the parking lot when you leave?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's a good one there.
Yeah.
That one we should do. Yes.
We're onto something.
Yeah.
Speaking of playoffs,
Playoffs.
Mad Ants are in the playoffs.
Hell yeah.
They're in the playoffs. So they won yesterday against the Golden State, whatever they are.
Okay.
What was their it's GLC? Golden, I don't remember. The Golden State G League team. They beat them by like 10. So that
good.
moved, and 2 other teams lost, or 3 other teams lost, which put them into the 4th seed spot, which means that we are hosting Tuesday's midday matinee, 12:30, against Greensboro Swarm. So
Okay.
home game means I get an extra work day this week, which is cool because
Yay.
it's nice when we have. I like game days anyways, so.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
to cook.
Yeah, I don't have to cook. It's true. Get a box lunch. Yeah, that'll be
Nice.
nice.
According to Mike, his job is eating.
That's
Yeah.
most of it.
That's
Although
mostly what
last
he
week
does.
I didn't eat as much, but I did play dodgeball on Thursday.
Yeah, so let's talk about this because you're like sending out pictures and you're playing dodgeball on the court in Cambridge.
Yeah, on the fever
complaining
In front
about
of
having
Fever
a
Court,
job now.
25,000 empty seats. I'm like, well, that's as good a place as any to play dodgeball, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I tore both of my thighs.
I'm surprised you guys didn't try to sell tickets.
I don't think anyone would go.
I'm sure
Oh,
that
we'd
people
go.
would go for
Oh, we'd
no
go.
reason than like staff dodgeball game tickets are $5 and people be walking by and they'd be like, shit, yeah, I'm in.
We
You
should
just
have
gotta have at
invited
least
the
one beer
teams.
vendor
You
open,
should
right?
have just had
That's
Caitlin
it.
Clark
Yeah.
come out and blast you guys.
I am so sure she would have destroyed it.
And she would have destroyed you.
Oh, yeah.
No question.
The first ball I threw, I swore I dislocated my wrist. I don't know what. I am such a puss. I did not realize how out of shape I was.
That's why dodgeball's reserved for the
Like-
kids in gym class, man.
So like the
When you're still
interns,
malleable.
the interns that are like 19, 20 years old.
Oh,
like,
they destroyed you guys, didn't they? Yeah.
yes. We lost twice. I don't know. It was double elimination. I'm sure they were one of them. The finance team ended up winning. Like the whole thing. Like it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
They're doing math in their head.
Right. Okay. And
They're
we know
like
you suck at
calculating.
math.
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
I put my all into the throw, and it did not go where I wanted. So like the second game we played, I'm just standing there, and I'm staring this dude. I don't even have a ball, and I'm just like line to line with this dude. I'm just staring him down. I thought for sure he was going to throw it, and it was just going to go around me. Nope, nailed me. right in the throat. Immediate, I was so disappointed. I thought for sure I was going to do way better than that, and I'm pretty sure I let my whole team down.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah,
It was tough.
I think the text said that you dipped and dived, but did not dodge.
That's it.
And we were like, well, you also did not dodge or duck.
That's
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
did a few of the things, not even in
You did
that
2
order.
out of the 5. The
See,
5
the-
most
the
important:
finance
dodge,
team
duck,
won.
dip, dive, and dodge.
Because the finance team probably stood on the back line.
Well,
They didn't go up there grabbing
first
the
of
ball.
all, that
and
court
getting
was
hit.
not regulation.
Well, no, it's not. It's a practice court.
I measured. It was not. I did way better on the sideline, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a good cheerleader. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
My legs hurt.
Pacemates have an opening? Side job?
Yeah.
Side
No
job.
way, man. After that, I can't. My boss was like stretching, and I was like, "Come on, man, it's just dodgeball." And like I was the goon that ran to the line to get all the balls, and like I did that 2.5 times, and I'm pretty sure I tore both of my thighs.
There you go.
So like I'm still hobbling
Yeah.
4 days after this happened. Like
Yeah.
I'm in pain.
Yeah.
Like
I
getting
remember,
up sucks.
You know, I was grabbing your titty dragon tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
it's like
right
that
there.
knee. Oh my
It's
god,
like,
it
oh,
hurts
it's
so
right
bad.
on the titties of the titty dragon.
Yeah,
is where it's hurting.
Oh my god, it hurts so bad. I don't ever want to exercise again.
Hey, the only time you get hurt is when you exercise.
That's true. Although I do get winded walking to the car.
But
so.
then you know what
Same
everybody
here.
says is they're like, well, if you just exercise more often, it wouldn't hurt when you exercise.
And Mike's like, I don't need to.
But
There's
it
an
hurts
escalator.
when I
Right.
exercise.
Exactly.
Like, at what point does it stop hurting?
And when
Never.
injuries happen, it's usually exercise.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. 100% of the
Oh, does that
injuries you
hurt?
get.
Or buses.
That hurts. You
Buses
should,
do
yeah,
that too
buses will
sometimes,
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should exercise.
Yeah.
So that's our playoff news. Go Fuel. Go Mad Ants. We still don't know what their name is. Hopefully they'll announce it. Maybe they'll
are
win.
they going to change it?
They are
for sure?
100% changing it.
Okay. Okay.
I just don't know
yeah,
what it
'cause
is.
It's still people still call them the Fort Wayne Mad Ants.
We're assuming it's going to be something Noblesville.
Yeah.
But-
Noodles.
I
Nuggets.
keep throwing out the noodles, and if Flaccid Noodle shows up as their mascot, I'm going to be
Spicy
super
nugs.
excited. Yeah, the Noblesville Spicy Nugs.
Spicy nuts. Gosh, what would fit for Noblesville? I mean, we don't want to bash Noblesville because they're down the road.
Well, like we were thinking,
Honestly, the high
I've
school
already,
team.
I've already
team is
checked
the
about
Millers.
5 names
The
off.
Millers?
Yeah, what the hell's a Miller?
it was
Does
so.
anybody even know?
Well, so the Mad Ants came from General Mad Anthony, which was a Civil War
oh,
guy.
right. And you had Matt Anthony Beer up there. And
Right. So there,
yeah.
that's why they ended
That
up
all
as the
made
Mad
sense.
Ants.
Makes sense.
I am so sure that like we.
Brother, you can sit on that couch,
We
man.
even
that,
thought about
that bag
that.
was one of our guys left it there. Sorry
That's
about
mine.
that.
My bad. We even thought
There you go,
about
man.
like the Millers and like the Noblesville. Millers is like kind of already taken.
It
so
is, yeah.
I highly doubt it would be anything related to any local schools there.
Yeah.
But
But again, what's a Miller?
I
Well,
don't know.
Does
we
he
were
look
talking
at
about
milling?
like metal
Like
work, like milling machines and
Milling
stuff like
machines?
that. Maybe.
Is that it? Or
We were
maybe
trying to look at,
grain
like-
miller?
nickel plate something or like the Fishers or the freight. So like what was like another method of delivery or I don't know.
I think they are trying to kind of make themselves separate from Fishers. So
Right,
something
trying to
has
do
to be
something
something
that's
Noblesville.
Noblesville.
I don't know.
In the articles that have been released, it's been noted as the Indiana Pacers G League team.
Yeah.
The
So, like-
Noblesville condominiums. Since they're building like
Yes.
5 million of them now.
I say we just call it
The
the,
Noblesville
I was
the
saying,
Noblesville.
why
Indie
not call
Basketball
them?
Club.
There
Why
you go.
not call them the Cornhuskers, sponsored by Beck's Hybrids?
There you go.
The
I
Indiana
mean, same
Becks.
county.
You might
It
want
is
to run
the
that
same
by
county.
Beck's first.
Yep, they're in the same county.
You just
They
put
can
it
do
out there
that.
in the ether. You might.
Beck's has money. I'm sure they can handle that
Oh, I'm
sponsorship.
sure.
Well, we can't handle the lawsuit, so
Yeah.
True.
The views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect those of the Final Third podcast.
boom.
We're good now.
Yeah.
Now
now
we're
we're
set.
clear. We're free and clear of all legal
Man.
liability. So
Perfect.
thanks for
Worried.
that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
What else we
that,
got? So 27th, we're doing the episode in Louisville. What's after that? What's in May? We all know what's in May.
Yeah.
We got
Yep.
our Carb Day episode.
Race Day, Yep.
Live from Lot 6.
Oh,
Live from
before
Lot
If
Six.
you're out there for Carb Day, you got to stop by and see us.
Stop by Lot 6.
Now
Stop
you
by
got-
Lot 6 anytime starting Thursday morning at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
That's going into
kick
Memorial
back
Day
to April
weekend.
19th real quick because that's our end of watch event
Oh, yeah.
old at
Old
Old 55 Distillery.
Yeah, that's,
That's
going to
true,
be
I
a
forgot
great
about that.
day.
Out there south of Lafayette.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see some of the
Oh,
door prizes or whatever they were advertising that they just got
yeah.
announced?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
they have some ridiculous stuff.
They've
just
got a
the
few-
bottles that they have for the silent auction. Well, it's
Yeah.
not silent; it's right there. But It's insane. They've got some of the best bottles he's ever had. He has pretty much the entire BTAC line.
Yep.
A lot of old stuff. I mean, he has a couple of our original barrels or bottles we had that we don't have much left of that he's selling too, like the brandies and stuff. So it's going to be a great time.
Well, they've now got a fuel game bundle for 4-ticket pack that they're going to be raffling off, and then they also had.
Is that for like next season? Because
next
the
season,
19th.
25, 26.
Okay.
And
Probably
then there were 2 other things that he just announced that they were.
Well, they got that MGP tour.
Yeah.
That one is the one
The
that I'm
ATV
like,
Get Lost
I want to
tour.
look at it too. Yeah.
The MGP one. I mean, they
That's
just
an
you
interesting
don't.
one.
Yeah, you don't get MGP tours.
Nope.
No.
But yeah, he'll have. I mean, there's so much more than he's ever had.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great day to go out there. And honestly, 100% of every dollar that comes in goes directly to fallen officers' families. So everyone's winning. Yeah,
Yep.
you're going to pay probably a little bit more than what you would pay for a bottle, but guess what? All that money goes to a good cause, and you get to write that off on your taxes. So it's always good.
On your what?
I know. We don't have taxes in this state.
Oh
do
my
we?
God, I'm so ready to be done with dealing with taxes.
Taxation
I
theft.
still haven't filed.
I haven't filed yet either.
I'm so screwed this year.
I got to do that.
April
Maybe
15th,
file
everybody.
Yeah, it's coming up fast.
I'll just file an extension again.
I'm just gonna file asylum.
file an asylum.
I'm just going to wait and see how long it takes them to come after me.
Views and opinions.
I already said it. They're not listening.
I think
not
it's
listening.
usually a couple years before they finally decide that it's worth coming after you.
Not with what I make.
That might be a decade or 6
Like
months.
you haven't
What-
filed in 5 years, you owe us $138.
Yeah.
Let's see what this sound is. I think I'm still connected to the board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh, breaking news.
I thought
There's
you
still no weather out there.
Oh, my
Yay,
goodness, yes.
I thought you just leveled up in Zelda or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're listening to this later,
Ocarina
there's
of
actually
Time.
a big storm coming through apparently today that we're like in the central portion of this massive storm. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then I just found out somebody just went and bought a shit ton of flowers.
Oh,
You might want to plant those
She went
today.
for coffee creamer, and she said, "Oh, the garden center's open."
Yep.
Sold.
flowers.
Wait.
Are they all in the
was that
back of the
Lisa?
truck right now?
I'm assuming.
Was that? Oh, is that Lisa or my Lisa? Okay. Because Lisa does the same thing. She'll go to the grocery store for something, comes home with 5 flats of flowers.
Is she still here? She might want to put that truck in somewhere that's got some cover.
Yeah, she just pulled up.
Yep, she's
Yeah, I
right
mean-
there. Yeah.
No, we just won't have to water them for the next week.
True.
Yeah. Of course, there could
Well,
be hail damage.
You also won't have
Or
to
they-
plant them if there's
or they could be
baseball-sized
next door
hail.
in his yard. One of the two.
True.
You know who's actually really, really hoping that this storm comes through is Breeden.
Oh, I was
I
gonna
know,
say me.
I
but-
know. We can't talk about yours, but
Yeah,
we
we'll
can talk about
yours
Breeden's
and
because
then-
Breeden's got to get a new roof.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
still fighting with insurance on mine.
Well, I got my notice this last week from American Family that they are now prorating roof replacements because the insurance costs have gone up so much.
What the hell does that mean?
So it means that if
Based on the
you,
age of your
yeah,
roof, they
so
only
if your
cover
roof
a
is like
certain
10
percentage
years
of it.
old,
They won't cover
they'll,
it.
they'll only cover 50% of the
If
replacement
you have
cost.
25-year-old shingles and
But what if a tornado comes through and then your whole roof is gone? They can't be like, oh, it's still pretty good.
yeah,
Right. I mean,
They're still going to base it off
That's
when it was put on.
just
Yeah.
the shingles is
Yeah.
what it
Yeah, just
seemed
shingles.
to read. Just the shingles.
But not
I
like
mean,
the
yeah,
roof.
If it's
Like-
destroying
Right,
the roof, they're
right.
going to replace it all.
yeah. Because
Yeah, they will
I've gone
replace it,
around with
yeah.
mine because they keep wanting to just patch the shingles that are coming off when the whole roof has got storm damage and all needs replaced.
Yep.
But they're like, no, we're only going to patch the ones that are gone.
Why? Well, it's 108 years old.
Yeah. Well, my roof is only 15 years old.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the house is
Semantics.
125 years old.
Should I keep drinking the A125 or we
Do whatever you want, guys.
I'm going slow, man. You do whatever you feel like you need to.
Look, I'm just finishing out the weekend. I started strong. I might as well keep
Yeah,
going.
well, we
Yeah.
put the table over there, and now I have to do a crunch every time I need my drink. So
Well, I don't have
Exercise.
core problems. It's just a
Exercise,
standing
man.
up
such a
and
problem.
moving.
Such a reach.
I feel like Scott over here. Just got to groan and when I'm standing up. Like I can't move my legs, man. It's pretty tough.
like
no,
that.
actually, I can stand up just fine now.
yeah,
Yeah, you
Zero
can.
issues.
well,
it's awesome.
lottie freaking dotty you.
Dude, it was taking me 2 minutes to get out of a chair.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
So-
that cracked me up the day after your surgery. You pull in and literally hopped out of your truck.
I know.
Yeah.
And he's got a big F-250. It's pretty tall.
350, buddy.
Okay.
makes a difference.
350.
I know, tree fitty.
I told him to sit down because I wasn't gonna push him around after he tore
So
it again.
he pulls up, and I was like, "Oh, cool, Scott's here." And I look out, and I see him literally both feet just go
Yep,
and
he's
hop
in
out
the-
of his truck, and he goes flying past these windows. And I was like, either he's really got to use the bathroom, or his knee is feeling really good because I've
Yeah.
never seen him move that fast.
No.
Dude, life changer right there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Teakin and Ortho Indy.
Yes.
Big shout out to those guys.
If you want to sponsor the show, we also have knees.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I would have definitely taken a sponsorship on that one.
What would that look
Shout
like?
out to
One
Central
free
Indiana
knee
Orthopedics
replacement
for the shoulder.
Right. No, but it was in 2 hours. I was able to just stand up and walk around.
That's great.
It was crazy. Yeah, I've never had anything like that.
You're a
before.
real success story, Scott.
Modern medicine, man. They can.
But how are you at dodgeball?
There's no way you'd catch me on a dodgeball. Look, I would play dodgeball at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, but I would just stand there and let myself get hit and say, "I played dodgeball in the Pacers court." There
So
you
I
go.
kept referencing
They
our.
just call Scott
I
Target.
was
Yeah.
I was
It's like,
referencing
oh, look,
our
Maui's
pickleball
out here.
time. I feel like I did better at pickleball, but
Yeah, you
I
had the
probably exerted more energy during pickleball than I
Yeah.
did during dodgeball.
But really, you're not supposed to have to put that much energy in at pickleball. Like,
Right.
you watch and there's
Not
like
if you play the way we do.
80-year-old guys, and they just barely move, and they can just wham, 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 we'll get whatever. It's crazy, right?
I think Mike's grunts exerted more energy at
I told them
pickleball.
I was going to do that when I was throwing the ball. So the first ball I threw, I went, "Ooh!"
So we did our Orange Beach trip,
It
just
hurt.
for reference for people wondering what we're talking about. We Lisa wanted to play pickleball, so we went and rented a bunch of pickleball stuff, and we're playing pickleball after
That was so
drinking
much
all
fun.
day long, and
That was a lot of fun.
it was a blast. Mike was all about his vertical
I was
and his grunt and yelling.
commentary.
But what was
Yeah.
weird is that's why I think I tore my thighs because I did not feel this. I mean, my shoulder hurt the next day, but I was running it. You saw me. I was landing hard. I didn't even have shin splints after playing pickleball.
No, you were good.
So this, I don't know what I did. Maybe I just can't play on a basketball
Wait a sec.
court.
How much had you had to drink before playing dodgeball?
See, that's
I gotta go to work. I can't.
Nothing.
See, we were
Yeah.
hammered
How
at
much had you
pickleball.
had to drink with pickleball?
Quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
I guess you
Yeah.
feel no pain when you're drinking. So.
That's-
You're loose. A little
You're
looser.
loose.
And then we
Yeah.
then we got up
That
and
was
started
stretching.
drinking instantly again, so you didn't even have time for a hangover.
Man,
or
I know.
soreness.
Yeah.
So,
Workplaces should allow more of that.
yep.
That's if they did, people wouldn't mind going to work.
You're right.
I mean, I love going to work, but
That's why you're always doing market research.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
I've got a whole
Market
truck
research
full of,
for
full
all.
of
That's
beer.
why
I
you
just
work
can't
on your
drink
day
it.
off.
yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
What else we got on that? We had some other listy stuff to talk about, right?
Some more what?
Listy
Listy?
stuff is what he said. Listy.
I think we got all the events and stuff
Well, we
coming
got the
up.
Aladino event, the End of Watch event, April 1st and 11th at for the Indy Fuel,
Yep.
last home game, the remote podcast,
Yep.
Derby City Bourbon, Cigar Bash,
I mean, we're
Louisville Law.
We're getting close
Yep.
to at least Wednesdays out at Horse Track,
Yep.
opening back up. So we'll probably start hitting some Wednesdays. Tuesdays don't start till I think the end of May, I think it's 1st of June.
1st of June, I think. Yeah.
But I think it's end of April is when the Wednesdays start, I believe. So we're going to be able to get out there a little bit earlier than waiting until
So
June.
I'm down to the final third here on this cigar, and I just retroed it,
FinalThirdCigar.com.
and
It's
it's
got
awesome.
a little spice on it.
It's nice. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's not aggressive, like it's not killing me, but it is really going well with this whiskey.
Yep.
I
Like,
agree.
It's solid. There's a flavor note I can't quite pick out.
On the cigar only.
Yeah, on the cigar, it's not oatmeal.
It's a bready thing though. It's almost like a marble rye or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's marble rye is probably a good description. A hint of bready sweetness too.
A hint of bready sweetness and no regret.
I regret nothing.
Yeah, but it's really good. I like it. I always forget about the
I
dissonance.
did
and-
message Sin. She didn't answer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
bummer.
She's been kind of busy.
She has been. I mean, she had her health treatments and she's doing great.
great. Good
If
for
you've
her.
seen pictures of her lately, she's crushing it. She's fit. She's
would
out
say
on the
she's
water all the time. and
Doing a
she's-
bunch of like workout videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's doing awesome. I'm so happy.
I guess
for
I should
her.
watch her videos and then get in shape.
Yeah. Isn't that how it works? You sit on the couch and watch exercise videos while you're eating Cheetos.
Then I feel better.
And then
Yeah, that's
you
what I thought.
get.
It's like the next
that's-
generation of kids that sit and watch other people play video games instead of playing them
I
themselves.
know,
Right.
gosh.
I got to level 73 last night on YouTube
Yeah.
watching that guy.
Yeah.
get to
Great.
level 73.
Good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
It was great. And you should play your Zelda level up song again.
Yep.
That was breaking news.
It was breaking news.
Jeez.
We did get a
serious.
tornado watch here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
did get in
There's a
place.
watch here in
Mine went off
Hancock
a
and
minute
in
ago.
Madison.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much like
and
most of
it's
Indiana.
actually literally, it's pivoted enough to where it's the entire central part of the state now is covered. So
Now here's the
we'll see
great
what
thing at
happens.
12:02. Actually,
that was yesterday.
That's
oh, it was
Saturdays.
yesterday, Saturdays.
Yeah, because we were
So-
sitting here and there was a guy that came in and 12:02 hit and they were talking about rain yesterday and he got up. I'm like, don't worry, buddy, it's just a test. He's like, are you sure? Every Saturday, 12:02.
Yep.
He's like, okay. I mean, it was almost like everyone's a heightened alert
Yeah.
right now, waiting for it. So
But we can
Unless-
see
Yeah.
we can see
the
it.
siren. It's right there, like right through the window. It's
Oh, if
right
we get
there.
a warning, we'll know immediately.
Yeah,
right now.
we'll be the first to know.
We will,
right?
yes.
It won't even hit the airwaves yet, and we'll be like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, we used to have a dispatcher in Middletown that would accidentally set it off randomly at the wrong time.
Perfectly sunny day.
Yeah. It'd be like a Wednesday afternoon, and all of a sudden the tornado sirens are going off, and everybody's out there cooking. Like, what?
What? Oh no! Oh no!
This doesn't look like tornado weather, but then again, you never know, man.
Yeah, they're not there anymore. If that tells you.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Like the guy that did the accidentally set off the incoming nuclear missile siren in Hawaii that one year.
Yes. Oh
man,
gosh.
I remember that.
Yeah.
They didn't even know that
Wow.
still worked.
Yeah, they don't really run tests on those
Well,
anymore.
they had ran a test the week prior because that was right when North Korea announced they had their intercontinental ballistic missile testing and stuff. So they ran the test that following week and advertised everywhere that it was a test. And then a week later, the guy sets it off, and he was like, and apparently he was known for accidentally keying in the wrong stuff.
Dumb stuff like that.
And so he ended up getting fired. But
Maybe
yeah,
he needs a new responsibility.
yeah.
I don't think that should be his job.
No.
Like sending text messages to cabinet members.
Dodgeball coordinator for the Pacers.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So you bring that up. Last night, sitting around, the ball game ends, and for some reason, I've not watched Saturday Night Live in years. And I was like, well, I'm up. It's Saturday. There's nothing going on. So I turned it on, and the opening segment was absolutely, it was like three teenage girls, and they're texting each other. They're like in their bedrooms or whatever, and oh, this boy's so hot and everything. And then the guy comes on, and he's like, yeah, well, here's the plans for this, whatever, launching aircraft or whatever. And, and it's like the whole skit was nothing but these teenage girls being like, what are you talking about? And he's like, don't share this with anybody, but here's a list of all of our spies that are in foreign countries. I was like, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen Saturday Night Live for years.
Dude, it's the first time probably in a decade,
Yeah.
at least. Yeah,
It just
most
seemed
of the
like
time
it
I
really
just...
went
Classics are still
downhill
better.
there for a long, long time.
I was going to look if Shane was still on there, but I think
Shane?
Shane Gillis.
Oh, Gillis, yeah.
I think he still is. I don't
Is
remember.
he? I know they took him off for a minute, and then they talked about bringing him back on there afterwards, but I haven't paid any
I mean, he's
attention
touring
since
now still, so
then. Yeah.
Keenan,
probably not gonna be
isn't
on
it
any
Keenan Thompson?
he's still on there.
He's
still
still on there. I'm like, I think he's going for a record.
I mean,
Yeah.
most people are like, they got their claim to fame on Saturday Night Live and then moved on to other acting. Keenan's
Right.
like, this is what I'm doing for my
That was the whole
life.
goal.
Yeah.
Was you go on
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live to get big so you
Not
can move
Keenan
on.
Thompson.
No,
Apparently.
Keenan was like, now that I'm famous, I guess I'll go on Saturday Night Live. And maybe I'll just make this like my gig
job.
now.
But he disappeared for like 10 years and then came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started doing like fridge commercials, and then all of a sudden he was on the new Saturday Night Live.
And he's hilarious. Like, that guy is funny.
He's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like him. He's...
I always get a kick out of the Scarlett Johansson's husband when they do the live news reads that they write for each other.
Right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That one time she was backstage, he was talking
Yeah.
about her. You could just see the guy sitting next to him that wrote it for him's face, like, I can't wait for this one. I can't wait for this
He
one.
knew it was coming.
He knew it was coming. As soon as the guy was pre-reading it in his head, he's just like, oh,
God, those are so funny.
Sleeping on the couch tonight.
yep.
Man. What do you think of the A125, Rob?
I love it. It's really good. It does all the things that the Heaven Hill does well. It's got the caramely notes. I mean, this
Again,
this is
over and over.
what
It keeps doing the things.
it does. It does. And this one I like because it reminds me of a cross between Elijah Craig and Heaven Hill
Heaven
Bottle
Hill,
and Bond.
yep.
It's got both those notes going in it really nice, which I think is perfect for their portfolio.
Honestly, I wish that at A124, I had been buying and keeping bottles of each Larceny and Elijah Craig for all those releases,
Yeah.
because it'd be
Compare.
fun to go back and do some comparisons.
I'm sure we could
between
find
them.
one. I've got a couple B 524s.
I've got the 524 back there too. The B524.
I
Yeah.
probably drink too much.
I know you don't.
Mine don't last that long.
Mine don't last
So
that long
good.
at all.
It's
No.
so good.
I don't know. I hit a lull with Elijah Craig a couple years ago, and I just started saving them because we were buying so much other stuff that I never went back to it. So I got a couple 22s, 23s.
Yeah, yeah.
But not the
We haven't
A's.
bought as many of them just because we have the barrel pick last year, and
Right.
so I hadn't bought as many of them. But yeah, this one here would be a great one to have on the bar right now.
God, I
that's for
found
sure.
my cases. I have a case of some old Hamer from a pick that Jen did. I got a pick. What is it? The West Fork Amber Corn. I got like a whole case of that still.
Yeah,
So you guys want some of that? I mean, they're both pretty good, but
yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to go through a whole case of that stuff. So,
Never say never.
I mean, that's true. That'd be a good carb day bottle to kill Amber Corn.
I've got an old Hammer bottle for a carb day.
Speaking of,
Nice.
West Fork's going to sponsor us again for Carb Day. So we're going to
Nice.
get whatever their newest release is that
that's
month,
awesome.
week, year, whatever.
Well, that's what I
we're
was
gonna-
bringing was last year's release.
Yeah.
I
Well,
haven't
bring
cracked
that
it
one,
yet.
Good. Bring it and we'll do the whole.
I haven't cracked it
yeah.
yet, so we can compare it.
Because they gave us that one from last year too, and then we had what did we have? It was the race bottle that Logan gave us, the one that was like $22, $23, like a pick or something from Elite. It was their race day barrel.
The one with the car on.
Yeah,
the
so
race
that had the
car.
race
fans
flag.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
So yeah, West Fork's going to hook us up again. So shout out to
Blake and the boys.
Blake and the boys over there.
Yep, and girls. And
I don't know.
girls, all
Do you
the
guys
girls.
want to do another Bardstown bottle for qualifications?
Man, I don't know if I'll be around for quals.
Oh, you got to come out for one of the 2 days. Come
I think I
on.
got to work though.
Man,
Well, we'll have one day where we're going to be out there because of the work.
right.
So
right.
we'll be out there at least one of the days. Usually it's
Carb
Saturday.
Day's Friday, right?
Yes.
Quals is Thursday.
No, Qualls is the weekend before.
Yeah.
We'll be in Louisville on the 27th. We might be in
Oh.
Louisville that week
Oh,
because that's the 25th, 26th, 27th.
No. That's you're talking about April.
this is May.
This is the
May.
end of May.
Yeah.
This is the end of May.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Derby.
Oh yeah.
So the weekend before that, we have I have a fever game on this Saturday. So, but that's Saturday.
So
What time's the game?
I don't know, probably 7,
Oh.
5:30 or 7. But
Well, I
This
mean, if
weekend
you
be
want to go
afternoon.
show up super wasted, then
Yeah.
I do not want to do
that's
that.
probably a bad idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
That'd be the day the escalator didn't work, and you'd have to stare at, hammered.
Well, I did yesterday. I got there at 8 a.m. and the escalator was off, and I had to climb down the stairs like a peasant.
like a peasant.
Terrible.
okay, so Fisher's Freight, have they had their first game?
31st.
31st.
So tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was coming
Yeah.
up.
And that's away.
Is it away?
Yes,
the
that
first
one's
game?
Yeah,
away.
that
Their
one
first
is
home
away.
game is like the
The
4th.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's
okay.
Friday or
so it's still
something,
coming
isn't
up this week. Okay.
Yeah, I think let's see, we got the game Tuesday for the
Yeah,
fuel.
it should be Friday the 4th.
Friday is the freight, and then Saturday
Saturday's
is the
fuel again.
I'd like to get down there and see a Fisher's Freight game this year.
Yeah, because we'll be there
Be a lot of
Saturday
fun.
for the fuel
I
game.
think I'm pretty booked up on the days that they're at home, but
Are you?
yeah, at least this season. But
Yeah.
'Cause
we'll
this
see how
week-
they do.
what do we have? We have the Aladino event on the 5th, and then I'm flying to Vegas on the 6th till the 9th. So I'll
Okay.
be there for work at a conference. But
You remember when you used to tell people, like, here's $20, put it on black for me?
yeah,
Yeah. Now it's like you can just go up the road because we've got table games now.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not really a reason to.
yeah. There's no reason.
Yeah.
No.
But I
I'll
do
take your
remember
20,
that.
but-
Like, sending
Yeah.
$20 with somebody is like, hey, put $20 on black or put
then
it
your
on
buddy comes
35
back-
or
and
whatever.
amazing-
Then your
Amazingly,
buddy
you
comes back
always
and says,
lost.
"Man, you
Always
lost.
lost.
Yeah. I won 150 grand. It was
Yeah.
great."
Yeah.
Yeah,
What'd you put it
your
on?
20 lost,
Red?
but my 20 was on
Yeah,
red,
it was
and
on-
I made
yes.
150
Exactly.
bucks.
All right, so
be a
I'm
good time.
I'm already done with my
moving
first
on?
cigar, and I'm moving on.
To the marina.
This is the Rojas Unfinished Business,
Yep.
and you know this is one that we've talked about. There was a long time when we were smoking a lot of Rojas. We kind of got away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I had a statement a couple weeks ago. Loved it. I was like,
Smoking
man,
great,
this is
yeah.
smoking perfect. So good. They are on the bottom shelf, so you got to, if you come in here, you got to look for them.
I need to move them up.
Blue
Yeah.
Bonnet's one of my favorites.
Oh, the blue bonnet's so good.
Yeah,
So
which I think
good.
we are out of those now.
The Blue Bond is actually one of those that I thought would work well with a beer, with the Arctic Panzer from Three Floyds.
Yeah, that little bit of blueberry kind of.
Did it?
Exactly. I never did
Never
do
tried
that
it.
combo, but it's kind of what I thought of because it's got that slight hint of blueberry to it. That's whatever the antioxidant thing that makes it taste that unique way that blueberry does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get just
Acid.
a little bit of that from the cigar. So I'm looking forward. I'm glad that we're smoking a Rojas on the show again.
Yeah.
Haven't had one of these in a while. And so I know that the first is on Tuesday this week, but since Aladino will be here on the 5th and Trey Mac will be here, we're going to be doing our pairing of the month for April on the 5th.
Yeah,
So, tune in for that or just show up for the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll get your discount. You get box discounts. You'll get all your discounts. So,
Well, I was kind of hoping we'd get some of those 85ths in before then, but
not looking like it.
no, they won't be until after the show.
Well, they
so.
probably wouldn't be the pairing of the month though either.
Well, yeah, right.
probably
That's
limited
probably
supply
that
first.
was probably going to be a May. We'll
Yeah.
do that as a May pairing of the month.
But what else did you get in? They're probably already gone, aren't they?
They're gone.
They're all
Yeah.
gone. But they were here.
They
and
were
then they were
here.
gone.
Yeah, the
Got
Warhead tins.
Got some
Warhead
boxes
10.
of Warhead 10s in. I got half a box.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
Finally
to
got half
borrow a
a box.
lighter from somebody. Mine just emptied out of fuel.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
My warhead lighter.
Yeah.
Warhead lighter.
Yeah, Warhead
Yeah.
10s.
Shout out Espinoza.
They actually had a second release of those because they won an award with Cigar Aficionado. I think it was top 25 cigar of the year.
Yep.
And so they released a few more of the boxes, and ours are gone again. So
Regular box this time.
regular
Yep,
box.
regular box.
10 count.
Still the oval press.
Yeah,
Still
But
nice.
not the bomb box.
Yep.
not the bomb box. Yeah.
What was it? 6x56 was the oval?
6x52.
55.
6x55?
Was it
Yeah,
5?
yeah.
I like the oval
I
shape
think it
of
was
those.
55. 55 or 56, one of two.
I like those. Those are killer.
They were really good.
I'll take
Yeah, I
any,
do like
I'll
that.
take any of those, man.
You still got a few back for me, right?
7's still my favorite, but
I still have one of Lane Cero's back.
do you?
It was like
Man.
number 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to. I'm going to smoke that here soon. I might smoke that today.
There you go.
Heard
Yeah.
you would.
There's no
will.
time like the present.
There isn't. Or
So-
the past.
I gotta get another pour.
So let's talk a little bit. What are you going for? You going to finish? Going to go half these on A125?
Yeah.
Because we do want to hit that Peach Street for
We
sure.
yeah. Next
Yeah.
week we're going to actually be going through more of those. So we don't have to get into the Peach Street, but we can.
Okay, well, however we want to do it. Yeah, next week we're going to do the full revisit, right?
Yep.
We kind of called this revisit. It may not be revisit. We may just rename it to
Yeah.
A125 or
Had to
something.
change the name.
Yeah.
We'll change it. Yeah.
We thought about it, but Rob had got these nice growlers from
Yeah.
4-Day Ray that we got to drink the beer. They're going to go bad. So
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
we're drinking beer.
Yep.
And we're drinking
then
A125 'cause-
A125.
Yes.
But next week, still regular show. No, next week we're doing the Aladino.
Saturday,
Saturday.
Saturday.
noon.
Are we going to do the revisit during the Aladino
we
event?
could do that.
Yeah, we could do that,
Mac's
'cause
a
Trey
bourbon
Mac-
guy,
yeah,
too.
Oh,
Trey Mac
that'll
will
be
get
so
into all
much
the picks.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be so great. So from the bourbon side, we're going to do all the barrel picks
Yeah.
from the.
There's going to be so many
From the
new
lounge.
conspiracies that have happened over the last like 6
oh
months.
my goodness.
Oh, the one
So-
just about the pyramid.
Yeah, I mean the
I will say
pyramid,
right
JFK
now,
being unclassified.
He asked me, he's like, so what topics? I'm like, buddy, anything. I'm like, okay, we need to probably reel him in. So we need to come up with maybe 3 or 4.
Pyramid.
We'll text him to
JFK.
him, and we'll make sure he's pumped and ready.
I got you.
I mean that'll probably cover
I
the
know
whole
you
show.
Yeah. Let's leave that in Heine's hands.
Yeah. Actually, we'll just sit back and watch, Heine and Trey Mac talk.
Right. Yeah.
We'll be a
Entertainment.
peanut gallery that day.
That's entertainment right there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who wouldn't want to watch that.
Our whole job should just be to poke the bear.
Oh,
Don't poke the
100%.
bear.
Just poke the bear,
Poke
man.
the bear.
Do it. Just
Poke
like,
the bear. Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, but wasn't that like aliens? No, it wasn't aliens. Wasn't that
So-
aliens on the grassy knoll?
So Aladino actually had, I should say Jerry Tobacco, they have some new cigars coming up in the next year or two, and they're starting to expand their line quite a bit. So they got that 85th that's coming out, which we'll talk about that with
It
Trey
has
Mac
tobacco
next
that's
week.
out of this world.
It is. It's kind of his
Out of
his
this
baby.
Cuba.
He's been making this. He's been trying to grow this and perfect this since the 60s when he moved to Honduras. So
Straight out of Cuba.
So what he did was he sent a tobacco plant to the space station and let
Yes.
it circle the Earth and now it's coming back with the newly
It
retrieved.
was only
Exactly.
supposed to circle the Earth one time.
was in the
but
trunk.
Unfortunately, there was technical issues.
It was in the
Yes.
trunk
And
of
so
Elon
it circled
Musk's Speedster.
47 times
Yes.
before they were able to get the plant back to Earth.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
exactly. Yeah.
He had Elon stuff in the trunk of the Speedster that they put up there and launched.
There you go.
But they do have some new ones coming out. They're going to be, and I think it was a Maduro, a Cameroon, and a Corojo,
Yeah.
and they're going to be like 60 ring gauge, but like 4.5 inches long. So it's going to be kind of like that nub size. They're going to call it the Gorbusto, and basically it's going to be
The
you know,
Gordito?
Gorbustos with Justo. You know,
Right.
it's going to be goofy, but it's going to be fun. But it'll be a nice cigar. It'll probably still last you at least an hour.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get a ton of flavor from that filler.
Well, it's
on
like we were
those.
surprised, like we were talking about, we were surprised when we had the nubs down in Orange Beach.
Yeah.
How long they lasted being only like a little tiny
4
cigar.
inches. Yeah.
And all of us, we're
Oh,
not real
yeah.
fans of the nubs, anyways. But I mean, those. You're right; those were killer. Those
Yeah,
were good.
those really, I'd never had one until that point, and it really surprised. I was like, oh, well, we leave in a half hour, I'll just smoke this little short cigar. And
Nope.
No,
it
you
was-
won't.
It was not going away.
That's still, that was like a 2-hour smoke, man, sitting
Yeah.
out on the beach with the nubs. Man, those
yeah.
are great.
It's like
Yeah.
4 inches or something. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It lasted
powerful.
forever.
It's a powerful 4 inches.
That's what she said.
Yes. Yes.
Now, you and I were sitting here and watching hockey, and we came up with a little idea. Can we talk about that? About
Oh,
Mike?
that's scary.
I don't remember. But
About
go ahead.
His idea?
What's
oh
that?
God.
What idea?
The idea about having both or do some documentary work.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think you mentioned
yeah.
this. Fill me in.
I did.
I
So
still don't remember, but go ahead.
So we talked about the fact that
He was doing
Julio-
market research that day.
Julio
Julio, yeah.
from Aladino,
I know what
JRE,
you're talking about.
that he,
Can't say JRE.
obviously, sorry, from Aladino.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
No, JRE is the name of their company.
It is
JRE.
JRE.
I know, I
Yeah,
was joking
yeah.
because of Joe Rogan.
Oh, I got
Yes,
you. Got you.
Joe Rogan Entertainment.
JRE. That's funny. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
the views are expressed here.
Yes, yes.
But anyway, the idea was that Julio has so many stories. He's been
Oh, yeah.
intimately involved in the launching of a number of cigar brands. He could be called like the grandfather of the modern cigar,
He really is.
right? Because it went from Cubans, and that was kind of the primary area, and then of course all the embargoes and everything, and what it meant to launch in Central America versus Cuba. And it was like, hey, if we could get some plane tickets and a place to stay down in Honduras, then maybe we could have Mike produce a documentary, record
down.
the stories of Julio.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I figured.
I knew, well,
I'll go
okay.
down and hold a boom
So
mic.
I did find out more information too. Apparently, at the trade show this year, they're going to have that video that we're talking about actually published there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm anxious to see what it is, but I'd still like to do it as a podcast crew kind of thing. Going
Yeah.
to some
Could
point,
definitely
so.
do that, or an hour long. I still think an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah.
Various interviews and tour the farm, and just kind of, I don't know. I think it could be a good deal.
could be a
Like,
great
it'd
time.
it'd
Yeah.
be
I
something
almost
really
think there needs to
interesting.
be a music video too.
Of
Oh, we
course.
could do that. I could definitely edit a
Yeah,
music video.
Yeah, we got to get
no,
Justo
no,
driving.
no.
Justo and Julio driving the little car around there and do the classic man
What is
song.
it that they
a classic
drive?
man.
What are those Jeeps? The
Jeepneys.
The
They
CJs?
actually have.
I thought they had the little.
Well, what they have is the little Geo tracker.
Geo tracker.
Oh, the Geo Trackers. That's what I was
The,
thinking. The trackers.
Suzuki
yeah.
Samurais,
When's
Yep.
the trade show, Rob? Isn't it this week?
April 11th.
11th.
So 2
April
weeks.
11th
Yep.
is when it. Oh yeah, it's the 11th through the 15th. That's
Yeah,
when it is.
That's
coming up in a couple
BCA.
weeks.
Swaggy,
yeah.
that's for you.
But yeah, I don't want you guys to produce the music video after karaoke. You two need
Oh,
to
we have
be
to
the
be in
music
it.
video.
Okay, that's
right,
fair.
right.
Well, we had somebody actually ask the question about Cigar Box Westfield. I've heard that they're looking to probably be opening up maybe in May. They had a couple of delays, which whenever you're opening something like this, there's always going to be delays. And I think that they're looking now to be somewhere 1st of May maybe. So
Sure.
no exact dates yet. So follow them on social media. They'll have it out there soon.
I forgot to ask that question. Somebody
Jeremy,
commented.
I think it was Jeremy.
Jeremy commented on one of our previous videos when we were talking about bringing Cigar Box to the Westfield area. So
Yeah.
sometime in May, hopefully. They ran into some speed bumps, but they're
Yeah.
working through them. It's a nice looking place.
It is, yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it's in a good spot over there near.
It is. There's
all
nothing
the
like that
action.
over there.
Yeah,
nothing
I mean,
like that
it's-
over
I
there.
was
So
talking to somebody, maybe at a bar somewhere, and they were like, podcast came up because I was actually thinking about this earlier today. It's like, once you get on a podcast and you're trying to like promote it, I kind of feel like a vegan. Like,
Yeah,
if you don't
exactly.
listen to my podcast, then this is
Yeah.
why you're wrong,
Yeah.
right? You should be listening to the podcast all the time, and I find myself talking about it way too much.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we got talking about it, and they were like, "Oh, my family member is opening up this cigar place over in Westfield."
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but I know they were talking about.
I wonder if they were associated with Cigar Box or if they
Yeah, it
were
was
talking
something.
of
It
another
was
one.
something like that. No, it was that
Interesting.
one.
Oh,
It was that
okay.
one. It was
Yeah, that's the
Cigar
only
Box,
one right now.
Well,
Yeah, I just sorry.
Congrats.
Apologies to whoever it was if you happen to be, listening.
he's had a few drinks since that conversation for sure.
Dude, a
Yeah, it was-
number.
It's a
of
small
drinks.
world because I bought some Corvette wheels for the S10
Saw
yesterday.
blades?
Saw blades.
Yeah, buddy.
And randomly, the guy I bought them off of was like, "Yeah, bourbon this, bourbon that," and I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I'm a Club Marzipan member," and da. I was like, "Really? I know a few of those." And it started talking. He goes, "Oh yeah, I know Will." I was like, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I was getting a blood draw this week, and up on the north side of Anderson, and the nurse was in there, and there, a student was taking blood, and the other girl's over there. She's like, "So, are you guys over there, between Fortville and Pendleton and Ingalls?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "We've been trying to go over there, and we just haven't been by here yet, but we're going to be coming in the next couple of weeks." I'm like, "Cool." I'm like, "Get my blood drawn. We're talking about cigars and whiskey. Let's go."
Perfect.
Yeah.
So everyone I
There
tell,
may be trace amounts of that cigar and whiskey in
There
this
might
in this
be.
blood
Yeah,
draw.
that's
Just so
right.
you know.
Exactly. Yes.
nobody knows where Ingalls is that I talk to.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
So like,
People in Fortville didn't know where Ingalls
right.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I explained to him, like, find the pink elephant, and then just
keep
keep
going.
going past that.
Yeah, just keep going
Northeast.
Northeast of that.
East. Yep.
Of course, I probably told him southwest, so like that's
Yeah.
why they haven't been here. Cause
I always tell people between
He
Pendleton
said, "Continue
and
north."
between Pendleton and Fortville because
Yeah.
we're dead center between them.
yeah,
But yeah, I had a couple new people coming in from Lawrence area that hadn't been out here yet, and they go to other lounges and they come out here and like, "My God, I didn't realize how easy it was to get out here." I'm like, "That's the
Yeah,
reason."
the guy I bought these off of was like, "Yeah, everybody keeps talking about that place, and I've just never been out there." And I gave him one of the cards, and I was like, "You need to
Do it.
I
Cool.
was like, "If
Come
you like
on out.
bourbon, you need to come out here."
so we
awesome.
so we go to Music Box on Thursday and we're hanging out, having some drinks. Scott was like, I don't know what kind of bourbon they have up there, but it's probably nothing great. You see a couple Old Foresters up there, you think it's
Yeah.
20 or something.
Which 20's great.
20's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's one of Scott's go-tos here. But they had a bottle of the single barrel proof rye, and a bottle of 1924.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I didn't ask what prices were, but I'm
Ah,
sure they're not
probably
expensive.
good.
It's probably
Probably good.
$9.
Yeah, probably $9,
Yeah.
$10.
That's great.
So I was surprised to see that on the bar, but we were trying to schmooze Bob into trading licenses again, and
Yeah.
he's just like,
yeah,
like, come on, man. Like,
I'm still working them.
we're working it.
Yep.
Yeah.
well, he said he was going to retire and go south, and I was like, you're going to retire?
That's
Do
what-
you need a house to retire at? I have a house that is
Yeah,
a
it's
little
slightly south of
It
here.
is south of here.
He was like,
Yes.
how far south? I was like, well, it's New Pal.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah, he was like, I need a little further south than that. I was like, I'll straight trade you. I don't care what you do with it afterwards. He was like, is it $1 million house? I was like, it could be to you.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Say the same thing he says. It will be in a couple years.
It will be in
Yeah.
a couple
It will be.
years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once you're there and you turn it into a karaoke spot every day in the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
once that
it'll-
indie expansion hits Middletown and mine goes to Vermilion, I'll
Yeah.
be selling it too.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I learned to find out that here's another breaking news story is that the 70 westbound ramp is closed until like freaking June.
Yep.
Oh no.
So that's great. So I got to go a long way to get to Gamebridge now.
70 and what? Mount Comfort Road.
9.
9.
9.
Yeah,
Nine.
9.
Yeah.
You can
So
always just
9
kinda
and
go down to Mount Comfort and across.
I
if you
just
need
went
to.
back roads yesterday, but
Yeah.
that and then they're going to put an exit ramp at 270.
You can just go straight down.
Really?
Yeah.
Go straight down
Which-
67 here. Lawrence is a nice area. Good scenery.
I mean, there's a stoplight every freaking road, but yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if it's green, it's fine. But if you hit every red light, it takes you an hour just to get downtown.
If
So-
they would ever put in roundabouts on Pendleton Pike, like all through there,
It'd be so much faster.
not only that, everybody would know where Ingalls was because
Yeah.
people would be
True.
moving back
No,
up here.
if
big
what they need
time.
to do with it, in all honesty, and I hate to say it, is do the same thing they've done with 31 and
That's what I mean.
37.
Yeah, they call them roundabouts. They're
Oh,
not
the over-
really
over-
round-
over
overpasses.
underpasses.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
they do that to where you're not stuck at every single
Yeah,
one
it's
of
like
those
a double
lights,
roundabout.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't get on the interstate from Pendleton in a lot of cases.
No,
you
you
just
shoot right down 67.
Well, so this exit ramp they're putting in at 200 is supposed to be done by 2031.
Is that for the factories or the?
I mean, I
warehouse
guess they're
Yeah,
building two
Yeah, all the
neighborhoods. They got
warehouses, all those
factories.
It makes
distribution
sense for
centers.
that.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah, but
area has
like-
become a huge industrial zone.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
has.
talking 6 more years. Like, how long? They've been working on 70 since I moved here. This is our 3rd year.
Yeah.
Hey, good thing is we only have 14 more years till 69's done.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. It's moving right along. So
465 will be right behind it.
God. That's the bad thing is, man, once they get something done, then they have to go repave everything they just did because
yeah,
it's
because it
already
took them
bad.
15 freaking years to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why can't we do it like Thailand does and like build a bridge in a day?
I
Like,
still
what-
don't
what is
understand.
wrong with these people?
You go out to Colorado and that stretch between Cheyenne,
Because the only thing
Wyoming.
going over those overpasses are motorcycles.
True,
That's true.
Between Cheyenne, Wyoming, and
bridge.
Denver, there's a stretch of 70 that has not been paved since the early 70s, and it's still perfect. I was like, why can't we build? I mean, they have way bigger temperature changes out there than we do here.
Well, our concrete is 99% air, so
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, man, they just
Frito-Lay
they-
concrete.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Just
That's a
make
new
it
one. I hadn't heard that
nacho
one.
cheese flavored.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool Ranch will have all the meth heads out there licking the pavement.
But it'll drain. Don't you worry, it'll drain.
Wow. That got dark.
This bourbon is still going great, even with the cigar.
I was gonna say,
You
I
can
just,
understand why we drink an entire bottle
Yeah.
on Friday.
You
Yeah.
know, this cigar to me has more of the that Sumatra spice that is kind of unique. It's almost like all the baking spices and cinnamon and stuff kind of mixed together. Those are the notes I'm getting out of this one's like a ton of different baking spices.
it almost it kind of reminds me of the Sumatra with kind of paired with like one of the 601s, like a little merger between the two of those.
Okay.
Man, got halfway through and the retro.
Ooh, that retro
Your eyes are
kicked up,
watering.
didn't it?
Yeah, but it's peppery, but it's also fruity.
Yeah.
It is.
It's definitely fruity. You don't often get fruit on the retro of most cigars. At least I don't. Usually it's just measures of pepper or baking spice or leather notes, things like that. But
I've never been a big Sumatra fan until over the last couple of years. The darker ones have come out really nice.
Yep.
And this one does the same thing.
Well, I think what they've done is a lot of the Sumatras that have come out have gotten away from just the solid boldness of it and gone into a more complex flavoring.
I feel like they fermented them longer.
that's
Yeah.
what I was going to
Darker.
ask. Are they
Yeah.
fermenting them longer?
They're not just like a bomb
Yeah.
anymore. It's just more like a giant fucking envelope of flavors that
Yeah.
you get out of them, as opposed to just a in-your-face.
I was trying to wait, I can't.
Oh, we knew it was
gotta
going to
go.
happen.
Oh,
Has to go.
pee break.
Pee break for. Should we? Hey, why don't
can
you
do a commercial.
Oh well, you got to run the commercial. So yeah, we'll pay a bill when you get back.
Yeah.
Because we forgot. We probably should pay a couple bills.
Yeah, we should. And we're
Yeah.
we're getting almost to the last point here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're already in our second cigar. and
Yep.
Not going to make that Peach Street today because I'm going to pour more in
I'm going to say the
A125.
I'm
bottle's
probably gonna get a
almost
little
half
bit more of
done.
that too. Yeah. Yeah. So we're excited. Like I said, we've talked about it already, but we're excited to have Trey Mack out here and really connect with him again. He's taken on a lot of new roles with Espinosa, with Aladino.
Wow.
Oh, God. I was looking in there and I just saw the box. Now
Yeah.
it had my brain. But yeah, he's been doing really well, but he's been traveling a lot. So it'll be good to kind of catch up with him, let him have a little bit of relaxing time here, hanging out with people.
Yeah, it's always a good event.
And
Every
if you
time
haven't
it's the
been out
Final
here and
Four.
you've never come out and you never met him, you got to get out here for the event, man. He is an actual hoot to talk to, a wealth of information at every level. I mean,
Total extrovert too.
Oh,
he'll
big
talk
time.
to anybody
Big time.
about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he
he's-
has a little bit of knowledge about everything.
Yes, he
So,
does.
yeah, I mean, he's into horse racing. He's been on the committees for.
He was in the Thoroughbred Association.
Thoroughbred Association. So I mean, he's in a lot of things, but he knows a lot about those things. So, the conspiracy theory. The reason why we're talking about that is because he is a nut on conspiracy theories, and he believes every single one of them. So we're going to really hammer him about this.
It'll be fun.
I don't believe every single one of them, but I believe in the research that people put into them.
Oh yeah.
To try and justify them.
Well, that's
is
the
what's
thing.
exciting
is like,
to me.
Conspiracy theories are
Am I going to get a lap dance?
nice. They are what they are. You know, they are theories. They're conspiracy. You're creating something, but everything comes off of some truth. It's like figure out what that truth is.
That's the real key there is the truth behind it. So like chemtrails, right?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
talk about the chemtrail thing.
Yep.
All right,
Totally
well,
legit.
Well, look, they're not deliberate. I don't believe for a second. First of all, I know the fuel distribution. I had the largest fuel company, oil company in the world as a customer of mine. I was deeply into their operations. It takes 100,000 people to get fuel to airports,
The jet fuel to the airport.
right? Yeah, you're not slipping stuff in. Now, when you burn jet fuel, do you have a combustion? Yes.
Yes.
Does it have chemicals that come out?
Yes.
Hell yeah, it does. Do those chemicals go above your head and fall down onto your head? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could they have an impact? Absolutely.
But when you think about it from the aspect of the military doesn't have to justify where their fuel comes from.
True.
And the military there's multiple patents for aerosol sprayers, for jumbo jet, for seeding.
they've been
the
doing that.
ionosphere. They've been doing that research for decades.
Yes.
So that aspect of it
Again,
is true.
Is there partial truth to this?
But is your
Are you
United
being brainwashed?
419 airline that's going over spraying shit to make your
And are they
frogs
doing
gay?
it to try and control you? And no. Well, let's pay a bill real quick.
Let's pay a couple bills.
Okay. Thank you to sponsor Deadwood Live. Derek with Deadwood Live is producing top quality live edge products as well as bourbon themed furniture. If you've been in the lounge, you've seen the custom live edge table and barrel stools produced by Derek. Be sure to give him a like and follow on Facebook at Deadwood Live. That's DED Wood Live. Calling all dog lovers, say hello to Spencer Lee's, offering freeze-dried pet treats, crafted with care and bursting with flavor. Spencer Lee's treats are the ultimate reward for your four-legged friend. Made from single ingredients and freeze-dried to perfection, these treats are packed with all the goodness your pup craves. Be sure to visit Spencer Lee's on Facebook or Instagram for updates and website information. Final Third Cigar is Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge. Come to Final Third for a selection of over 20 different Aladino cigars, including the Cameroon, a wonderful cigar with nice light flavors. Make sure and visit Final Third, the Aladino exclusive cigar lounge for Indiana.
Boom. There you go.
All right. Thank you to Deadwood, Aladino, and Spencer Lee's.
Yes.
We'll
Which
get
are
our
delicious.
Harris
We
read.
can vouch for that.
We can.
We will also call out Harris Hoosier Park.
Yes. Yes. We'll be getting
Harris
that
Hoosier
going.
Park and Casino up in Anderson, Indiana. Live standardbred racing starting on Wednesday nights now. Going Wednesday through, Sunday? Do they
Sunday
race?
still, yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday.
racing, racing through Sunday.
Yeah, they just don't start Tuesday racing until
Yep.
May.
they step it back like they do at the end of the season. So they step it forward to Tuesdays.
Do you know when Wednesday starts? It's the end of
May?
April, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's
I couldn't remember if we had the date
June
on that or not.
first-
So
It's like June 7th.
that,
In fact, I think it is
that's
June
Tuesday.
7th.
That's the Tuesday.
Yeah, because I think I remember because it's D-Day.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the anniversary of D-Day.
Manifest destiny, folks.
Yeah.
I have a text confirm.
Okay.
Our buyer is accepting the counter offer.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Mike's
It's not
stress
over yet.
level
It's not
just
over
dropped.
till the paper
No,
is
you gotta get the
signed.
paper. You gotta get that check.
And you got to check. Yeah, but there you
well,
go.
that's
Congratulations.
one step forward. So good deal. Good
Four
deal.
steps backwards now. Let's go.
No.
Well,
back-
there's tornadoes coming tonight, so now that he accepted the offer, it's going to blow away.
It's going to
and
blow
then-
away the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so, here we go.
All right, so let's talk a little college basketball because we've not talked about it
Yeah.
yet today. It's
Jen's going to hold this over my head for the rest of my life.
it's already been a very interesting weekend.
has.
The biggest thing that we've seen is
Shoot.
the top seeds are doing what top seeds do. Not what they've necessarily done in a lot of the past tournaments, but
Nope.
so far we've got, 2 number 1 seeds in the Final Four?
Yeah,
Yep.
if you're watching this live, you can see the clock. So that's all you can see.
Yep.
So don't mute us, CBS, because all you can see is the clock on the camera.
Yeah,
That's it.
Perfect.
They can see the logo in the top right-hand corner. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
We're just promoting your show. That's it.
Yes.
We're not showing your show.
We're here
Yeah,
for
actually, you owe us for free advertising.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
Marlboro. I feel like all those years I smoked and posted pictures of it, you should owe me marketing dollars. Like, what is that crap?
you. Yeah.
But
So who's this?
so-
Tennessee at Houston, right?
Yep, and Houston is the number 1 seed. This is
Yep.
probably the one that could be upset, right?
Rocky
Tennessee
Top.
is number 2. Yeah, number 1 versus number 2.
Rocket
And then we
Top,
got Michigan State.
Tennessee.
I think Michigan State's going to win this one today. But
Oh, they did win their game. I fell out so hard because my bracket is so screwed. So,
No, Michigan State
No, Michigan
plays
State
tonight.
plays.
but they won the 16.
Correct.
game.
Yeah, they
yes.
did.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
they're in
didn't-
the Elite Eight.
I wasn't following
Well,
anymore.
and
So
you know, a lot of people thought Alabama, the way they played that game before, were going to come out and give Duke a run. Duke
Wasn't
beat
even
them by
close.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
roll Tide, Janelle.
They kept hanging on. It was
They
impressive
did.
until like the last 5 minutes, and then Duke just turned it on, and that was it.
Yeah.
So,
Duke's going to be hard to beat.
yep.
What do you
But
think of this cigar, Scott?
I actually really like it.
I think it's kind of mild for me.
I think it is
Honestly?
actually. It's even though it
It's
on the
definitely more
retro,
mild than
it,
the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
even though the retro still teared me up just a little bit, it's not aggressive.
Now, are
Yeah.
you retro hell in this one?
I haven't
Because the retro hell is what's going to kick you back up.
Yeah.
It's going to change your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, but it
It's
does.
definitely not as spicy as I'm used to, which is
it's-
fine.
But it's got
Yeah.
the fruit. Did you notice the fruit from it?
I do. I feel like the last couple weeks, I feel like we've been kind of up and down on our bold strength and kind of going back and forth a little bit with some of the more mild things and appreciating it a little more than we normally do.
Yeah.
Which I like that. I like
Yeah.
having the range, being able to, because it's appearance, right? You walk in there, you're like, oh, I want a Maduro, I want like a triple Lajero, I want something really strong.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna go grab the darkest cigar in there that you
Yep.
possibly can, but we've already debunked that.
And anymore, that's
That's
not,
not
the
really
case.
how
always the case.
that works.
Yeah.
Like, we keep referencing the shade to black. That one's way stronger than it looks for its color
Yep.
because you're just looking at the wrapper at that point.
Right.
Well,
You're not
I've-
looking at the binder or the filler.
I've got to buy another box of Metros today because it's finally been warm enough. I've been outside
Outside,
on calls,
coffee.
Getting your coffee.
coffee and my Metro, and I still I keep thinking that'll go away and I'll be onto something else, right? I'll move on to the crema or something, but I still love it.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think once you find that one that you have to have every day, you're
Yeah.
just stuck on that until they change the blend or something on that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see you changing that
Yeah,
breakfast
it
one.
just
And they'll
is-
never change that blend.
No, they
No,
won't.
it's
be
just
stupid
great
for them to change
Don't.
it.
Yeah, and
don't.
It's just so, I don't know, comfortable. That's probably the easiest way to put it.
I don't really think I still don't really think I have a good breakfast cigar. I mean, I've had that
You've
a few
had that,
times,
yeah.
but now I'm not driving back and forth to Louisville every day for work. I don't really smoke in the morning. Sometimes I don't smoke at all anymore just because I'm not on the road. So when I go
Yeah.
home from work, I'm tired from eating all day, so I don't want to go sit outside and smoke. So but
Eating all day is hard work.
it is hard work. It makes you tired. It fills you up. Fills them pants up. But I don't really think I have that. I've been on the distance a lot because I bought a couple boxes when you had them on sale.
Yep.
Now I'm through those, and now the only thing in my humidor is a box of 57s and half a box of Warhead 10s.
But you'll probably get
Yeah.
Aladino next week.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll go
Yeah.
back to that, and that'll be my everyday smoke probably.
I
But
got to figure out if I'm going to buy a box or not.
honestly, the Candela, I would probably say if
I like the
I
Candela.
had those on hand every day,
Good morning.
I'd probably do that as a morning smoke.
That's a good one.
I love
That's a
the
good one.
regular Cameroon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that as the morning
Oh,
cigar
I did
too.
kill my last Cameroon Reserva the other day. I was so sad.
Reserva?
Yeah, you do.
Man, I was so sad. That one really good with the A125 because that was the first
bet.
pour I had of this over at Moa Marcy's, and man,
Yeah.
that was killer.
I bet. We'll have to ask him when they're coming back out with those again.
So quick info, Wednesday racing starts April 9th.
April 9th. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
there
Okay.
you go.
So
2
then
weeks.
Tuesday's got to be in
And
May,
then
right?
the 5-day Tuesday through Saturday schedule begins June 24th
Oh, June
through
8th. Okay.
October 25th.
That's right. It was
June 24th. Okay, so we'll have to
Well, that's
try-
right, because that's when we started our sponsorship with them last year was in June.
In June.
So we
Yeah.
might have to try and get out there a couple Wednesdays.
That's the thing.
I'm fine with
We
that.
can still do Wednesdays. I'm
Yeah,
good
absolutely,
with that.
yeah.
We'll do Wednesdays until Tuesdays happen.
And we talked about it too. If you listen to the Harrah's episode, I don't remember the number already. I think it was 144, 145, maybe 146. No, it was 145.
145.
We talked about doing not like a full show from Harrah's, but maybe some sort. We'll go back to doing
Some
the quick hits
shorts
again,
or
some
quick
shorts.
hits, yeah.
Just info on how to read the program, info on harness racing,
Yeah.
the Standardbred Association, and then we'll get in random guests. We'll get Jacob Reinheimer on there. We'll get Tony or Gene.
First post is usually what, 6 o'clock?
6:15, 6:30.
6:15, yeah.
Yeah. So
So what we need to do is we need to get out there at a 5:30, 5:45 for a program reading one, because that one's going to be a little
Sure.
longer.
Yeah.
And even in the recent weeks, we've had a lot of people in the lounge that have come up to us and said, "Oh, we would love to go hang out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I guess didn't realize that we went there last
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
and that want to join us. So if you want to join us, just come hang out at the lounge today, and we'll just talk about it.
Yeah.
Or just show up at Harrah's.
You need to get
Yeah.
a final third aluminum printed plate to go on our suite.
Oh, I want to hang one up there.
Yeah.
I want to hang it.
Well, it's funny because when we did that episode there, we had the box of cigars sitting on the table, and one guy walks over and he's like, "Yeah, I'll take one of those." And we're like, "Sorry, bud, it's not for sale."
Not
Can't
for
sell
sale.
them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Not yet, at least. So.
Well, even if I would have tried to give him one, I could have got them in trouble, and I
Yeah.
don't want to get them in trouble.
Yeah.
They're great partners, so.
They are. They are.
Maybe we just bring the banner next time we go. We'll just put the banner up in the corner so people know.
We could. Yep.
If they're okay with it. If Gene and Tony are okay with that,
I
then.
don't think
They're
gonna have a
totally
problem
cool
with
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
They
I don't
already
want
put a
to.
sign there for us.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
reserved. Get out.
I just want to get some of those, because they have the rails up above. I want to get just a couple of small chains, just hang them there, and they will never see them. And when we get there, we'll just hang our sign.
That's a good idea.
So, we'll
What
get
fruit are
something.
you getting out of this? I know you said fruit. I'm hitting the
Yeah.
fruit, but
Yeah. It's hang on. I've got to go back in retro.
it's not red. Clear my sinuses out, that's for sure, though. You're right. It's not strong, but it'll hit you.
You know, it's so we're at Costco yesterday, and we're picking up food for last night because we had 20 people over, basketball games, UFC, and they had black grapes.
Ooh.
And you don't see black grapes often that are seedless and
Yeah.
plentiful. Usually they don't even look very good. These look beautiful big black grapes. I think that's kind of what I'm getting.
I
out
think
of
as
it.
soon as you said that, it was like, yep, I could see that for sure.
Yeah. And maybe that's why I got it, because I had black grapes last night. And so it was like,
It's fresh in your mind.
it is.
Power
it is.
suggestion.
The only fruit I'm thinking I'm getting, and this is totally off the wall, but you ever had pineapple on the grill? It's a little charred on it there.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling a little bit of that fruit. I'm not sure what about the other fruits, but
Yeah, I could get a little bit of that.
yeah.
Pineapple, the only
Yeah.
fruit that eats you back.
Yes, it does.
I swore I was allergic to pineapple for years because I ate the rind. And I did me wrong. And then I was for years, Jen's mom would make ham and pineapple for
Yep.
Christmas. And I'm like, I'm allergic, can't eat it. So Jen called my mom one Christmas and was like, is your son allergic to pineapple? She's like, no, he eats pineapple all the time. It's like, he's so full of shit. I'm like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Wow.
Yeah. Way to have my back with that one.
Right.
You could have just said yes.
We know that where there's loyalties lie.
Yeah. Turns out that I'm also not lactose intolerant. Jen's she's just been
She's been poisoning you?
she's been poisoning me for years.
She just throws a little Imodium in anything you
Right.
eat dairy.
Right.
Although I did start buying, we bought a package of the Cabot the other day.
Doing good for you?
I'm not dying,
I say it didn't.
but I've
bo-
had so much other
Dude.
random Chinese food that I'm not really sure.
Have
what's
you seen the
hitting
Cabot
me
mac
hardest.
and cheese?
the what?
No.
Cabot mac and cheese.
No.
Ooh, but speaking
yeah,
of
I
mac
have
and
seen that,
cheese,
yeah.
Cabot has a mac and cheese. They have a pepper jack one. It's phenomenal.
but
Oh.
Kraft now has a plant-based mac and cheese.
Oh, there you go.
It is awesome.
Okay.
But I tell you what, I think the non-dairy cheese hits me harder than regular cheese does because of the additives.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
I would
there's only-
almost
I'm sure
rather
there's
just
only a
deal with the
couple.
lactose.
Well, actually, I was told by somebody that was in here. I can't remember who it was now. They were talking about the Cabot cheeses. A lot of those say lactose free on them.
Yeah.
They said most of the higher end cheeses are naturally lactose free.
like the
I'm
goat cheese.
Interesting. Goat cheese is, yeah.
So I tried that for the first time the other day too. Also didn't die.
I love goat cheese.
So
Goat cheese. So you know
So
what the best
rich.
is? Goat cheese, you take habanero jelly.
oh yes,
man,
Dump it
yeah.
right on it.
we do it
Yeah.
with the jalapeno jelly
Yep,
jelly a
yep.
lot. Yeah, yeah.
Well, mine was we had one of my eating escapades at work was it was like a veggie flatbread or something that had pesto goat cheese on it. It was killer,
yeah.
killer. Luckily, it didn't destroy me because I had to direct the game that night. So
Must be nice. My work just hands us here's 4-hour-old pizza that left over from
Pizza party.
upstairs.
Yeah, really. We had a meeting with somebody else. You guys get the
We catered
leftovers.
a big meeting upstairs, and we didn't eat all this. So here, you guys can have the
yeah, here's our
scraps.
crust.
Yeah,
On behalf of all salespeople, I apologize for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That happened-
It's always a
that
sales
happens
meeting.
a
We
lot.
bring in food, and it's like, oh, would you give this to the rest of your people because we didn't eat all of it? And yeah. We did that,
half-eaten pieces of pizza on a plate.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's
So
good
what
stuff.
else we got going on? Anything else before we?
There's a lot going on, and Lisa said it good too. There's not a lot happening at the lounge just yet. There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff coming.
There's a lot
but
of
there's
stuff
a
in
lot
the
happening
works.
in the community and
Yeah.
in
Well, look,
the
it's getting
area.
warm, right?
So-
I mean, you're going to start seeing all the little town festivals pop up and all the fairs and all the things that go on throughout the summer and spring,
Farmers
and summer,
markets
farmers
and,
markets.
Yep.
and-
Kind of getting the end of spring break, get that last little run
Yeah, we'll
for
start having
school.
loud music, live music here on
Yep.
the Cigar Garden here soon.
Yes.
This has got
Once it
something
warms
coming
up,
in May.
so-
We don't have an exact date yet, but we've got somebody coming out in May.
Speaking of the Cigar Garden anyway, come out and hang out at it. I mean,
Oh.
just
Oh,
sit
yeah.
outside.
These
and
couple
smoke a
days that
cigar.
are nice, like there's still tables out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been
Well,
look
when we
outside
came
right
over-
now.
We came over on Thursday,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like a great day out.
It was
right?
like 60.
Yeah.
It was like 60.
It was nice
and
enough to be out there.
Yep.
No big wind or anything.
Yep.
And my sister Beth, I mean, she came in here one time and she was like, boy, it's just so smoky. And it was like 25 or 30 people in here. Like it was
Yeah.
super, super busy.
Yeah.
And normally if there's like 10 people, it's not smoky
It's
at
not
all,
bad,
right? But 30 people, it gets smoky. It's a cigar lounge.
Yep.
But we sat out in the cigar garden and she was like, oh,
Yeah.
I could come out here all the time. This is great.
Yeah.
Just wide open and yeah. So definitely, even if you got the, spouse or whatever that isn't necessarily big on cigar smoke, go outside
Come
on
out
the
and hang
patio
out.
in the cigar garden.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, hell, it's sunny out there. It looks beautiful.
Sun's beaming outside right now.
We're in the
Calm
eye of the
before
storm.
the
apparently.
Calm before the storm.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say this is the
We're
It
dead
starts heating
center.
up. I bet if we walk outside, all of us, because we're all
Oh.
local Midwesterners, we'd be like,
Humid as hell, probably.
man, it's gonna be bad today.
Yeah.
I feel it
see-
in my knees.
I
it in
see
my
that
bones.
one cloud in the distance. Got a
That's
storm
right.
coming.
You guys smell that?
You
smells
smell
like
that?
rain.
Smells
Oh,
like
yeah.
rain.
Oh, yeah.
It smelled terrible this morning.
You're just waiting to see if the sky turns green later today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. I'm really excited about stuff like that. I love storms.
Oh, I love storms too.
Gosh.
They're great. So I watched Netflix has this new documentary on the Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah, that was.
Did you watch it?
I
Yes,
haven't
we
watched that one
did.
yet.
Okay, I loved all the storm stuff. I loved all the people giving their perspective on it.
Dude, it's
I just don't understand why you have to tell me who you want to have sex with as part of your story.
I
I did
love
not
it.
see this.
You knew where I was going. Where I was
Oh,
going
I
with
knew
that. You
exactly.
knew.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always the randos that every town does not want to be their spokesperson. It's who they find
Is
to
who's
record.
standing
Yes.
out on the street
Yes.
corner when the newscasters arrive.
And the story that they told was legit.
It
and,
was.
it pulled at your heartstrings because they go back to the building, the building's destroyed, and you're thinking, how in the hell did you survive that?
Yeah.
But when you have to conclude, I'm so happy that the community came together around a gay man, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you're just a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You happen to
great.
live there.
You,
Yeah.
you want to have sex with guys? I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're okay.
Yeah.
And that's a scary story.
It became
and
a love
it's frightening.
story a little
It
bit there at
did.
the
It
end,
was.
yeah.
I was kind of like,
And then
come
the one guy, you felt really bad for him because they literally lifted him, tornado lifted him and deposited him, 100 yards
Oh,
down the road.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's in bad shape right now.
Yeah, we
But-
got that
but
fungus,
dude-
that skin-eating fungus thing.
Oh, that
but-
was bad.
Yeah.
But then that guy's like, at the end, he's like, I'm coming back, you motherfucker. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's perfect, buddy.
Yeah.
Your kids are very proud of you right now.
I'm kind of like, man, I can't figure out if this is, a mix of Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
I was waiting for that reference.
Yeah, is it a storm documentary? Is this a political stance on climate change?
Here's a camera. Here's my moment to air everything out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
yeah.
amount of time that they had the awkward pauses was so annoying.
It was.
They would literally have someone, they'd say something, and they'd just stare off in the distance. They'd
It
have
needed to
for
be
10 seconds.
It
I'm
needed
like,
to be
okay,
a
sit down.
50-minute documentary, and it was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So,
But it was a
very
good story,
I
yeah.
still highly recommend it, regardless from what I'm complaining about.
Yeah.
It was very good, and I highly recommend you check it out. That storm was devastating.
It was devastating.
And if you want to see what a tornado can do and just how fast it can act on you, look, folks, when the sirens are going off, pay attention.
Yeah.
Don't just go about your day like nothing's happening.
Do what
Pay
the
attention.
Midwesterners do. Grab a cigar and a bourbon and go out on the front porch and watch.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if
You'll
you
see
see-
if it's coming towards you.
If you see
You'll know.
rotation, get your camera out and videotape that stuff.
Right. Wait until it gets within 30 seconds from you, then go to your point of safety, and there you go.
When you can't hold the camera still anymore, it's time to go in.
Yeah.
So we were talking earlier about the April 19th event with Indiana Bourbon with the Into Watch.
Yes.
He just posted again too. He's got some great stuff coming. He added a couple more bottles there. One of them's going to be a Stag Junior.
Yep.
We've got William LaRue Weller. We've got some new merch that he's got designed. It says "Be Dangerous" on the back. Nice new patch for Indiana Bourbon. Some awesome Into Watch Legacy Fund Glens. That's going to be cool. A couple stickers that are new. We've got, you know, the normal stickers from the past few that have passed in the last couple years. Then also the K9 coin, and then just this huge display of, you know, a whole vert of E.H. Taylor. You got Grain to Glass. You
That thing's
got
gonna
some
be awesome.
Pappy,
Yeah.
some George T. Stagg. You
That's
got
gonna be great.
Handy.
Yeah.
You got some Corazon down there. We got Knob Creek. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. We got grills. We got leaf blowers. You got tools. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So
Yeah.
be sure to come out, Old 55. I think we're going to try to get out there, and we're going to do at least a little hit on the podcast there.
Yeah.
We don't want to take away from the event too much, but if we
No.
can get more eyes on it in the local area, we'll definitely show up. So
I think that's the key, get people out.
I think we'll be out there probably a couple hours beforehand while they're setting up, try to get some business out there too. And
Yeah.
you know, barbecue place will be there serving food again, which was killer last
It
year.
was great,
so
yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
probably bring some of the dog treats out there if people want to help support the K9. We'll donate our funds to them. So
Yeah.
you know, come hang out. It's a good time.
It is a very good
And
time.
there's some stuff that people didn't bid on last year. I think we ended up getting like an Elijah Craig A124 or B524 for like
Yeah.
$65 because like
Right.
nobody else bid on it.
Yeah.
Like there was no
Yeah.
reserve, so we were like, could be a jerk and put 20 on it, but I mean,
Yeah.
we give them MSRP for it at least. So like,
Yep.
if
Exactly.
you go and you see something that nobody else has bid on,
Don't
be
be
a
the
dick.
$5 guy.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Give them MSRP at least. This is
Yeah.
going to
It's a
help fund
fundraiser.
families. It's
Yeah.
a fundraiser
Yeah.
for families in need.
Absolutely.
This isn't just Dirk collecting money.
No.
This is fundraiser
Dirk
money.
does not take any salary. He does not take
None.
anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
This is one of the
100%.
great examples of a true charity where 100% of everything
Absolutely.
goes toward the cause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show up. Do it.
Yeah.
Eat. Food's
I mean-
cheap. It's like $5-10.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
it's good.
it's no
And
cost
it's going to
to
be a whole
go.
afternoon. You're going to be hanging out with people. You're going to meet a lot of new people. A lot of officers come out there. You're going to meet a lot of the people that are out there protecting us on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's a really
Get
good
to meet
time.
Jason Fruits and his family. They're
Yeah.
all nice people. They're
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
Well, and Hard
Fun to hang
Truth's
out with.
coming to
Hard
they're doing
Truth
some
will be there.
pours, so
Yeah.
they're going to be
Yeah.
out there for it too. So
It's going to be a good time.
And you get
Yeah.
CR mugs.
And
Yeah.
you get to see our ugly faces.
I don't know that that's a draw, but we'll
Well,
try.
Well, if they're watching now, they want to see our faces. So.
Yeah,
That-
that's true.
True.
We'll
Yeah,
see what
good
happens,
call.
but I don't know, man. It's been a good week. It's been a good month
yeah.
as we get into April.
You're just happy because you got your offer.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He did kind of get up
Yeah,
in
he
his chair a
suddenly
little
is
bit,
like-
didn't he? Oh.
Hey,
Jen's
this is
gonna
a
hold
good
it over
week.
my head
Things
for the
are
rest of
going
my
really
life.
well.
Yeah.
Everything's suddenly great.
Yep.
Yeah. But it is. It
We got to
is.
make it through inspections, and we got to make it through everything else. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a good summer for everybody.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I think so.
I think
as
there's
well.
so much going on. So
Coming
many
up on the
events taking
fever
place.
season. So
Fever, yeah.
Man, I'm excited for the fever.
I might end up going to Iowa.
Really?
So the first preseason, well, I think it's the second technically preseason game, is at that Iowa gym against the Brazilian national team.
Really?
Oh.
I think they're trying to send some people out there to do the broadcast, and I was like, I'll go. So it's on a Saturday. So that was that first Saturday in April, or no, May. I mean, May 4th. I may end up going out there, which would be cool to do. But
I got my email officially to renew for the Iowa IndyCar.
Speedway.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll be going out there. That's like the last weekend in July.
nice.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Which is a great time to be in Iowa
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
when it's 105.
105 and muggy.
And
Corn
the
sweat
is-
everywhere.
Yep, the
Yeah.
corn
Yeah.
sweat is the thing.
Nothing breaking the wind down. It just
No,
blows.
you're at the very top of that hill, and you have to. I mean, we got to like drive spikes into concrete to hold our tents down.
Hey, you got to remind me after this. I need to ask you about something. I wanted to see if you guys want to go camping with us on. It's in June. 13th, 14th, and 15th. We'll chat offline.
All right, yeah, I gotta plan some camping trips. We gotta.
Well, we got the
Well,
site.
we gotta go down to Old Homestead.
Yep.
Yes, we
Yep.
got to do that.
Got to get down there, go see Alan.
They're
That'll be a
supposed
good
to reach
summer
out
trip,
to me.
so-
They're supposed to reach out to me and do something this summer.
I
say
think
let's-
June's going to be pretty tight, but maybe we get some July. We've already, because we talked about doing the Louisville podcast the 22nd through 24th in June, but if we're moving that to April,
Yeah.
Right.
because we're doing the 27th, and we can use those dates for other
Yeah.
trips.
Yeah.
We just need to coordinate, with everyone's schedules and
Got to
see
make
what we can do.
sure Will brings out his Borat to wear.
Yeah,
On
The
my
mankini?
legs.
the man.
Mankini.
That was
Yep.
the other Will, not me.
Yes.
We're getting you a
Chris
Borat.
Gordon had one. Chris Gordon, I think, has the mankini.
Okay, all right.
We need
get
that
you
denim
one.
We just got to
Speedo.
get breeding out in the denim Speedo. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
I mean, they're on Amazon. We can always get another one.
I'll get some jorts.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, I like jean shorts.
You like jean shorts?
Normal
jean shorts.
Not the weird ones, but
Not the
go
weird
kill.
ones.
You got to get the cutoffs, man.
oh yeah,
We can go tactical kilts.
there you go.
I'm down for a tactical kilt.
We
I'd
could.
do a kilt. No problem at all.
Yeah.
It'd be just like my my live from the surgery center there.
That was hilarious.
Balls
was
flapping.
funny.
You were
Dude, I
you were
was
talking
still,
so slow.
Oh, because I was still complete. Like I woke up for about a minute and a half, and I said, "Give me my phone. I'm going live."
Hey,
And if Janelle was there, Janelle would have been like,
Absolutely
no, you're
not."
not." Adele's like,
Okay.
"Okay."
This is going to be hilarious.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Well,
That was pretty funny. I applaud your efforts for that, but you were definitely speaking like you were on some gas.
Yeah.
And he was.
I was. It was good stuff.
He was
man.
he was gassed up.
I remember when I had my shoulder surgery, I hadn't slept for so long before that, waiting for the surgery, and not sleeping for months. The second they did the nerve block,
You're out.
You're just gone. You're
I
done.
was like, oh, it doesn't hurt.
See, I don't even
Checked
need
out.
that. I'll fall asleep at the dentist with like nothing.
no
like just
gas,
a
nothing.
teeth cleaning. I'll just fall asleep in the chair.
Start
I have
snoring.
to have the little
the
like
vice to hold his mouth
yeah, I have
open.
to have the little bite thing because I tell them every time like I'm gonna bite you. They're like, okay.
You know this isn't
I'm like,
the
no,
vet,
not
right?
like maliciously. Like I'm gonna fall asleep, and then I'm gonna feel it on my tongue, and I'm gonna bite you. So like I need the blocker because
because I don't want to bite.
I'm gonna
you.
be asleep in 3 minutes. So if you got cavities filled, now's the time. I don't need Novocaine.
Don't care. Don't care.
So I schedule it at 8 a.m. like
Wow.
right after I wake up, and I'm going right back.
I go
to sleep
full
as soon as I
Florida
hit that
Gator.
chair.
As soon as something hits my tongue, I clamp.
Damn.
I don't know why I can't stay awake in the chair. Even like a checkup, like they'll do like the X-rays or something like once a year, and I'll go there, I bite down on the thing, and I'm just, it's so boring. It's such a boring time. It's a boring doctor's visit.
It is.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's easy to fall asleep, but.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we're
done.
About to
Well,
tail
before
end.
we send it off, Scotty's got to read our Harris one because we haven't recorded this yet. So we'll
Yeah,
record it
perfect.
next week.
All right.
But until then,
Experience the thrill of live harness racing action at Harrah's Hoosier Park Racing and Casino, now through November 29th. To go along with live racing, guests can enjoy free-to-play nightly handicapping contests, great dining at our outlets, in addition to slots and table games in our casino. Visit www.harrahshoosierpark.com for more information. Thank you,
yeah.
as always, to Harrah's Hoosier Park.
thank you,
Yeah,
Harris.
Again, the
Thank you,
thoughts and
guys.
views expressed on this podcast do not represent those of us.
right.
Yeah, so we'll get that recorded so we got it on the button again. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just saw the score and Tennessee was up 27-8.
Wow.
I just watched
Sweet.
two Tennessee players run into each other at full force.
Hell yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, and Masters coming up. Forget about that.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
coming up.
I don't know
here
how I
soon.
forgot. The commercial's on every 10 seconds.
Every 10 seconds, yes.
Speaking of golf, we were sitting up here, we were about to watch some hockey, and I was sad that I didn't have any money in my Caesars account. And then I log into Caesars, and I had $75 in there.
Yeah.
I remember
I
that.
forgot I put $5 on Rory McIlroy to win the Pro-Am like 2 months ago.
Yep.
And I guess I just hadn't logged in because I can't bet on basketball, so I just haven't been logging in.
Yeah.
And I had $75.
Nice.
Yeah, we need to set up. Me and Rob were talking about disc golf outing
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
here
great.
before
There's
too
one
long,
right up
and
the
then a
road.
regular golf outing.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
clubs. I'm terrible, but I'll hit it.
Yeah, I can so.
Yeah.
We should do a
I have to take a lot of
podcast
extra
for-
balls because
No,
I'm
no,
not
we're
really
talking
good at
about disc
finding
golf.
them.
Disc
Well, I mean,
golf.
I'll do that
No,
too,
both.
but like,
We should do
Both.
both.
Okay, yeah,
we
we
should
can do
definitely
both.
do
yeah,
both.
if we go for
yeah.
regular golf, like I'm definitely going to be the worst for sure.
Well, I
but-
mean, we go over to Anderson and do the driving range over there, hit some balls one day,
for sure.
Yep.
and then
Oh,
And then we come back and play Fall Creek,
Ball Creek.
Yeah.
where you can get cigars from. The
Oh, that's
Final
right
Third
down-
Cigar and Whiskey.
that's not
right
in
here.
about, in about a week.
Yeah.
We'll have them in
That's
there.
right
No,
off
that's,
nine.
that's
I live really close to there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a mile.
It's
you're,
right here.
Yeah, it's.
I would
mile
say I've got
away.
a small
Makes
18-hole
sense.
course up 8 blocks from my house in Middletown.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
We
Is that
got
Valley
options.
View?
Valley View, yep.
I
Is
thought
it
they
still
And
open?
Tri-County's
they're
still
open?
over there too, yeah.
I thought they closed down too.
They did close down for a while, and then they reopened.
That was
But
those
it's a
were
nice
the
little
absolute worst greens on the planet. Not that they were bad greens; they were nice and smooth. But they
Turtlebacks.
were all like turtles, man.
Yeah.
A ball, you hit it 2 feet by and it's gone. It's like,
But
dang.
Valley View does have beautiful vistas out there.
They do.
Like you're teeing off on
Off the top of
and
a
you're
mountain
80
almost.
feet up, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, they had the 17th hole. Some redneck decided to go do a yard job
I remember
and,
saying
and
that.
dug it a foot and a half down in the greens doing donuts in the dirt a couple
what an
years ago.
asshole.
But they've got that pretty much patched up and ready to go.
Damn Middletown people.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Well, it's probably a, it was probably a Mount Summit guy.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
a
exactly.
Sulphur Springs
Exactly.
guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's button this up.
All right, cool.
Right on.
We
Well,
gotta get ready for tonight's event.
Yes, we do.
So,
I got a lot
yeah.
to do still. So
Yeah.
Yeah. All
So
right.
Apparently, I've got flowers to plant.
yeah, exactly. Well, where can they find you, Will?
I'm at MotoPhoto Will on Instagram.
You can find me at Both the Visuals, Spencer Lees, and don't forget to follow the Final Third podcast.
Find me at Scotty D Smokes.
And I'm everywhere at Final Third Cigar. So thanks a lot for listening, guys, and we will see you next week.
Yeah,
Cheers.
love it.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks.